Welcome, welcome to all our friends in South Florida, LA, San Francisco, New York City, Chicago. Yes.
Yes.
I am off shot.
Why?
Why? What do I do for the last 2 weeks? What do I do?
Why? Come have a seat. Come sit next to me.
What?
You got to work in though.
Yes. Okay. Now this wires here ain't gonna work either. Ain't gonna work. Nothing works today. Nothing.
It's all working.
So the damn retrograde stuff.
No, are we back in that?
I almost took the mic out too.
Are we back in Mercury retrograde?
I don't know.
I don't think we are.
What a set. What a life. What of everything.
Welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe TV. That camera's very close. I'm not used to all the equipment being so close.
I can't see nothing on that camera.
You can find us on Facebook and Periscope and our new YouTube channel. Did you know we had a new YouTube channel?
Do me a favor, turn that on.
The Brooklyn Cafe TV. We got a full set today. It's a little more calm than yesterday, but we're sort of bringing back in our artists from the heart of Delray Gallery at 1440 North Federal Highway.
What'd you do to the lights?
I didn't do anything to lights. We tried to light you up because you're always in the shadows.
I feel like I'm getting suntan.
You're always in the shadows, and I look at the film, and you've got this shadow of your fedora. By the way, people are liking your fedora. I'm just saying.
I'm gonna get me a glow in the dark fedora.
If we turn it sideways, maybe you're not so much
shadow.
No,
don't touch my lid. Don't touch my lid. There's no touching your ears. What's the matter with you?
It wasn't a glare on his head when you do that.
You know, we've got new crunchy powder we can put on your head.
Yeah.
Toxic-free makeup. Speaking of toxic-free makeup, do you know?
I'll give you a crunchy.
I went to see Leslie Carmen today from Carmen Laser Therapy Centers, and she's doing this whole detox on my body. It is the most amazing thing.
That took all of 3 minutes?
No, it took like 45 minutes, and she puts these vials. You would love this, Erica. These vials of different toxins that are in our environment, in us, things we are exposed to, and she puts it, she does a muscle test. And you hold it, and they do muscle strength testing. And then when you test positive for different things, then she goes and detoxifies you with this light. She has her own magic wand. It is awesome. So I'll let you know how that goes. That was my first hour of the morning.
Now, you hear the twang?
I hear nothing because I don't have headphones in.
Oh, I hear a twang.
I don't know. I couldn't tell you that.
Okay, we keep going. All right, so what do you got on the set? I see the Big Dan's here.
We've got Big Dan with us. We have Deanna and Diana can pronounce her last name because I can't pronounce it. I'm not letting you do it either.
Should I read now? Radvosian. That's the word.
It's Russian.
It's Russian.
Is Diana Russian?
Russian Armenian, actually.
Russian Armenian.
Dan, is your mic on?
Yes.
No? Testing?
Yes. And we've got Erica Taub with us, who was an incredible life coach. Erica.
My goddaughter's called
She's not used to our craziness yet, so we need to warm her up a little bit.
Oh, you're not used to this?
I love it. It's fun.
You have no idea.
Uh-oh.
Please forgive me for what we're about to do.
Wrong religion. But what I like about what Erica does is
it's
she's
not the wrong religion.
Life coach.
I swear to God, I'm going to throw you my Humpty.
Humpty Dumpty. We're
really
talking about spirituality.
Yes.
And she works with teens and young adults
Yes.
with eating disorders and different spirituality and walking in gratitude and really coming to things with a different level. And we do so much here. Yesterday we had 2 incredible kids from Atlantic High School and No Place for Hate and Anti-Defamation League. They were here. But so much goes on. Remember we were talking to Clyde yesterday and Elaine about what so many things in life we are as adults we've pushed down in childhood. We've suppressed all these things and then we have to come to terms with them because once it comes and we become volatile and it just comes out. And eating disorders is a huge one. At least I know in this area where we live, I can't say where all of you are watching us from, if it's a big in your area, but I know coming from experience in South Florida, it is a tremendous obstacle that many kids now, and teens and young adults are suffering with. So that is really what intrigues me about what Erica does. And we're going to segue somehow between Erica and Deanna and Dan, but we always make it work out.
Well, the funny thing is, I think we should open up with the art because you're in the
heart of Delray Gallery.
Exactly.
And just pipe in any time because I know you're walking around and you're like, oh my gosh, this place is amazing.
It's amazing. I've never been here before, but it is truly incredible. So
you saw the whole gallery?
To be here. Yep. I walked around and it's amazing.
It's breathtaking.
Yeah. She's from your neck of the woods in Tampa.
I'm from the Bronx. Tampa.
Tampa. You were in Tampa for a while.
I went to Tampa, but I made a left instead of making a right.
Gio's in Tampa.
No, he's right outside of Tampa.
Close enough.
Okay.
And that's where she's from your neck of the woods.
Now listen, the art that you're going to see, I don't know if you can see it behind us.
It's not G-rated, but it is.
It's something rated, but the art that you see...
It's PG.
It's art is all we can say, but it's beautiful.
It's classic.
It's classic. But the art that you see, everything is for sale, yes?
Yes, everything is for sale.
So if you want to purchase, you can come on down. And
Behind Dan and Deanna is an incredible piece, which is really a self-portrait of you in the pool.
You look like Dana White.
Dan and White or Vanna White?
Dana White.
Dana White?
Dana
Deanna?
Dana White.
I thought you meant Dan and White.
Oh.
Done.
Tell us about this painting. What medium do you use?
Okay, it's oil. That's the only thing. It's canvas on oil on canvas. I use some sparkling. I don't know what do you call that paste or something powder I bought. So experimented a little bit with that, and there's nothing much. It's so simple. Oil and
Yeah,
canvas.
can't you paint like that? It's very simple.
Simple. Yeah.
That's simple. That's you, isn't it?
Yeah, it's me.
How did you capture you? What, you look in the mirror? You know what you look like? I mean, how'd you do that?
So what happened is I was thinking what to paint, something different and modern, something like I like water, I like blue colors. So, and I decided to go in the pool and get my phone working and fix up myself with some lashes, lipstick.
Never leave home without your
It's
lashes.
funny. It's funny. She always has makeup in the pool. How many women go to the pool to wear makeup?
Well,
Me
if
and
you're
Karen
gonna
Turk.
if you're gonna paint yourself, right, then
So
or
you
take
did
a
this
picture.
afterwards. That could be you sitting on the floor for all we know, and you put the water in afterwards. Yeah,
Actually, no, I was in the water.
you were.
I
You
was
painted
in the
this in the water too.
No.
She sat
That
there
was-
like
How long
I
did
know,
this?
that's what I'm saying.
How long did this take you to paint?
I think it was about 2.5, 3 weeks.
Which is nothing to paint a painting this size. And you were not always a painter.
No, I just started about not even 2 years yet. In August, it's going to be 2 years.
That's
What
amazing.
really impressed us before we met Deanna was this painting behind us was The Birth of Venus. When we saw that on the wall walking down your hallway was just unbelievable. It is breathtaking. And
Yeah,
to-
I'm proud of it. I really enjoy it.
They
I
had
love it.
her on a gizmo, and they sort of like
You
they
made that
moved her
up.
around the room so she could paint this thing. I mean, look at the size of this
It's
thing.
great.
she hung from scaffolding.
That Renaissance style art is just amazing.
It's crazy, right?
And it's so different than this piece. But
Different
Some of
style.
our guys walked in and they went, "Oh, we're doing nudes today. I see on the Brooklyn Cafe." I said, "No, not really. It's art." But
It's not news. Now, let me ask you, Dan, you ever seen how they have those waterfalls? You walk into an office and it's like a plated glass,
Yeah.
and the water's coming down the glass, and they have stones in the bottom. I guess it just circulates over and over. Can you imagine if you take a plated glass, right, and you put water in front of this one?
Wow,
It's a great
that
idea.
really, really
So-
good. Yeah.
Call my attorney. I mean, that's what
Trademark.
I would do with that one.
Yeah.
Because the texture is amazing on oil, on canvas.
people are commenting they like that we changed the set here, Dan.
Ah,
People
thank
are,
you.
They're texting in. They like that we changed the artwork on the set.
Well, I think once in a while you should change it a little bit here and there,
How
right?
about a background for a fish tank, a giant fish tank? We'll
That's
call
a good
up,
idea.
That show tank.
Oh, he's getting more
And,
ideas.
and a girl
Dance.
swimming in it,
Yeah.
like a mermaid, once in a while.
They're gonna get mermaids. Why don't we just throw the damn painting in the pool, in a bag in the pool, and then it'll be that.
And then nothing gonna happen to it too. It's oil, right?
And behind Dan that
Maybe
we
salt,
can't
salt.
see it is this incredible bridal picture,
Yes.
which is amazing. So we can take that shot down, and maybe Dan can
Well, that one we
take
can hold.
it down and hold it.
Now the amazing. We had a meeting yesterday with Diane, and we talked
see?
about.
Yeah.
So, Steve, if you're watching, we're talking about doing paintings for the people getting married, for the brides or the groom or both. I had one of these done when I got married my second time. I still have it. And my kids are in it. And they painted us, to sit there for hours.
Oh, I'd love to see that. You sat there and they did it, not from a photograph.
Forget about it.
Well, I thought what you were doing was so smart. Yesterday we walked into her studio and she has her big iPad set up and she's flipping through pictures. And I thought, wow, you don't have to sit anymore as a model. You can just
Take a
take
picture.
pictures. Can you imagine? What
But
an
it's
idea
not.
that
But it's
would've
not the
been.
same effect, right? Human beings are different.
It's
effect.
different. I actually worked in the studio with models, and in the studio is you can take forever. But if you're painting outside and you depend on the light from outside, it's changing. So the
Right.
sun is going up or down. So you have to be quick, or you have to pick the same time, the same pose, and next day.
And I always wanted to
different.
ask a painter, why do you have to sit there day after day, and it's got to be something similar, right? I mean, it's
Well,
not
these
perfect.
days, yeah, we can take pictures. It helps a lot.
So is a picture easier for you to do it
It's worth
than
a
model?
1,000
It's
words.
really easy. You can zoom in.
I like to turn the picture upside
Zoom
down. I
in.
tell her, turn the damn thing upside down.
Well,
paint
we
it
were
upside
talking
down.
about doing that. Remember getting someone that paints upside down and auctioning it off?
Damn.
We're going to auction Dan off?
Damn, no, he paints upside down.
The whole
Thanks,
painting.
Freddy.
No, but you're good at it.
So when she came into the gallery, what did you bring in? Then you said, yes, I want to hang this incredible painting.
I wrote this.
This one first?
Yeah, but then she showed me the Renaissance, which I love fine art, and that's fine.
And in this beautiful place, you got a lot of different pieces, but I don't think you have any Renaissance until this one came
No.
along, right?
Different style.
Because
right?
I look now, not for nothing. I seem to walk in a cloud because there's all sorts of pieces in here. He says they've been here for weeks. I said
Yes.
weeks. I didn't see it, but I don't see any other Renaissance. Correct?
No.
Well, that's
It's-
old school.
It's really unique.
That's where I come in.
That's right. That's where she came in. And what inspired you to think, oh, you know what? I can paint a classic.
I actually enjoy. I grew up watching. Like my dad taught me about classical painting. I grew up in theater in a very famous family, in a ballet family. My dad was a principal dancer in Moscow, and my brother was dancing too in the Bolshoi theater. So I grew up in theater, watching. My mom was working with costumes at the at the back. I was always running around watching costumes, watching makeup. So I loved all that. That's why I think it came.
And you did some film work too, right? You were in some movies or something like that?
I did here and there music videos and modeling. So
Can you imagine
Nothing
growing up
big,
in
though.
Moscow in the ballet and the arts, how magnificent that has to be?
yeah, my dad used to take me museums all the time and talk about. He's very like knowledge about history, art, and painter. So I
It's
think
very
that's what
different than
it
growing
is.
up here in the United States. The culture that you must have been exposed to,
There's a little culture,
Yeah,
a little
and-
culture here. Just a little.
not like Moscow. I mean,
Well, Moscow, I know
Come
that
on,
the
right?
the
The
ballet,
ballet in
in Moscow is
Moscow-
world renowned, but they got a couple of good.
but her father was a principal dancer in the ballet in Moscow.
and didn't your
Do you
father
understand?
didn't your father want you to be a dancer, a ballet dancer?
Who? My
Your
daughter.
Your father.
My father was he studied with Baryshnikov. He lived with Godunov. If you know Godunov, he was
That's a somebody.
She's name dropping.
he was a
That's a
actor in the
conversation
movie
over.
Die Hard, the blonde guy.
Yeah.
He's actually a ballet dancer, very famous. He passed away already.
He died. Yeah.
Yeah, I was a baby and they were living in the same apartment. That guy and Godunov and my father and my mom.
And the black gentleman also was a part of that whole deal. The guy that danced, what's his name? He died too. I can't remember his name.
I don't know that guy.
I don't know.
You know what I'm talking? He was a tap dancer. He was famous.
Gregory
yeah.
Hines?
Yeah, I know
Definitely.
who you're talking about
I
now.
think it's him.
But he wasn't a ballet
Don't know the
dancer.
name.
Not
He was a
ballet.
ballet
He did tap dancing. But he was a dancer.
But Baryshnikov.
That's
Baryshnikov, Freddie.
that's the major leagues there.
Baryshnikov, yeah.
Nishnikov.
Nureyev, so my dad knew all these people and they were like friends.
So how come you didn't come up to be a dancer?
I
don't
always
get it.
wished I was growing up and I'm like, okay, ask one day, when can I go to the school? Like, when you gonna take me? What age? And they said it's 4th grade. So I'm waiting and waiting.
4th grade.
Yeah, because it's really serious there. Used to be. So you have to be like certain height, thin. Have very good flexibility.
Gotta have good ankles.
Whatever. Yeah, you mean the fit? So.
Yeah, you gotta have good ankles.
And my parents didn't do anything. I'm like, what's going on? And my dad goes, well, you're not, you don't have those, like, you're not so flexible. And I used to love to eat, oh my God, cakes and everything. So,
She was too
yeah,
heavy.
my brother went, he's older than me. He went to the school. He went to Vaganova in St. Petersburg, where my father went before. And, but not me. I was like really upset.
Holy smokes.
But they wouldn't have accepted me.
I was going
It
to
was
ask
really
you,
serious.
so you like to eat, and I told you I never know where my segue is going to come in, but I just found my segue. You couldn't be the ballet dancer that you wanted to be.
Because, well, I like to eat. Well, I used to eat for myself and my brother. he
that's
didn't like to
okay.
eat, so he pushed
That's
me.
a good point.
But that stays with you. You remember that story.
Oh, yeah. Well, but just, you're saying how am I dealing with it right now? Is that the question?
Well, did it change your life?
Did it change your life? Is the
Did it?
question. In other words, are you fulfilled at being a
What I
painter, or you
am?
wanted to be a dancer?
But now, yeah, I'm fulfilled. I'm actually enjoying it. I love painting.
Okay.
It's a new thing to me.
You found your own creative outlet.
But that's a good point because in that I
Like
know
I
when
found
you bring Eric
another
into that
way
conversation.
of being fulfilled, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
but you
can-
had to look for something else because originally what you wanted, you were not in the makeup. Dad and mom, not for nothing, but they didn't have to feed you the cakes either. I mean, there is
Yeah.
brown rice and broccoli, but I
Right.
guess you didn't fit the mold, and they felt your brother did.
I actually finished musical school, piano.
Or you play the piano too?
Piano. I used to play, but I don't play now. But yeah.
We have to bring in a piano.
Yeah, so you can play piano?
Yes, you can.
Well,
You don't forget to play the piano.
know,
How do you
Elena-
forget to
it's
play
in
the
me. I
piano?
have to practice because I haven't played for many, many years.
It's okay. It's like a
We'll get-
bicycle.
Let me get that now.
Remember
Dan, get an old piano.
Play piano.
Lady N and Elena, they're from
I'm gonna
Russia
start taking
as well.
classes.
Yes.
We shall
They play the
we shall
piano?
and they're in Tampa.
Yes, they are.
Some other good friends of ours we met. One is a chef, and another, I guess she's a,
Plays the piano.
no, she does a lot of health coaching and healing with different chakras and oils. But it
Nice.
seems like a lot of people we know from Russia are in the creative arts, some way or another, whether it's healing, health.
Oh yeah, it's
Cooking.
all
That's why
into
they're
kind
here,
of-
because they're in the creative arts. Those that are in the mines and stuff, they stayed over there.
And I forgot to
really-
mention, I have a daughter who actually studied ballet for like 16, 17 years. And then now she decided to quit and she's doing yoga. She's
Your
a
daughter?
yoga teacher, yeah. I have a daughter.
You have a daughter that studied ballet for 17 years?
Yes.
And quit.
Serious?
Yeah. And she's a teacher, a yoga teacher now.
Yeah, one child?
Only one.
And now she's a yoga teacher.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you should be in the book business when you should be in. And
Book business,
that's
yeah.
different.
I have a lot to
Why?
tell.
Because, I mean, think about, she went, and you went through, from Russia, you went to Canada, right?
Canada, yeah.
And then from
Toronto.
Canada, you went to
Here.
Beijing or something.
Not there yet.
You
I
went
think
somewhere.
it's like the life journey, and it goes back to dancing and spirituality and finding your
Spiritual.
place
I'm very spiritual.
in your space.
Yeah.
Segue too. There you go.
she's sending all this stuff for Erica.
Because I never know.
Erica
And
falls into that.
I'm a yoga teacher as well.
Are you?
so-
Oh, nice.
Yep.
You might know my daughter
I
then.
know. Where does she
Charlotte.
teach?
She's actually
Oh, I
everywhere.
know your
Do you know
daughter.
Charlotte?
There's a Shala yoga studio near. She's there. She's
Yes.
in West Palm. She's in,
Okay.
I mean, many
London,
studios.
okay.
Charlotte.
You know Charlotte.
Charlotte,
And where does she
Charlotte's Web.
teach? People want to know where everyone's teaching. You have no idea what's going on the phone here today. I think because we changed the set, everyone is watching.
Is that what it is?
It must be because
We should have to spray paint the set.
everyone is
we
now
have to
watching.
get paper
you have
and
no
just
idea
change
what's
it every
going
show.
on, right? When they're coming.
Yeah, I also went ahead and shared it out to
Oh, that's what it is.
places.
Oh, maybe that's why 300
That's right.
places.
Tea money in the house.
Where are you teaching? Where did your daughter teach? And Erica, where do you teach?
Well, she's in many places. That's why
You don't know.
in Boca, she's in here. She's in Boynton. She's in West Palm. The names of I should have known, but yeah, I don't know the names because
Erica,
I
where do you
stopped
teach?
counting.
I teach at Pure Life, so the one in Delray and in Boca, and then I teach at the Wellbeing Space in Boca.
You teach yoga?
Yep.
So let me get this right. You are a health coach, right?
Yep.
You teach nutrition. I wish I had known you
No,
2
she's
years
more of
ago.
a life
More of
coach.
more of like mindset work.
Mindset.
Kind of like
Yes.
giggles.
I'm out.
Yeah, I was just gonna say you're out.
Mindset yoga.
No, mindset for coaching.
Oh, okay. Cool.
More like
So-
Felice Minkin.
Felice Menken.
Doesn't she remind you of her?
No.
Really? With straight hair?
Okay, you have straight hair. You don't look like no. She looks nothing like Felice Menken. Okay, so let's get into this mindset thing.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't until 2 years ago that I understood what the hell you were talking about.
Gotcha. Yeah.
I was on a seafood diet. See it, you eat it.
You-
Simple.
It was a Freddy food plan.
And I ate
Gotcha.
everything. Then I didn't understand when people like Dawn were talking to me, and I've had 21 coaches, and everybody was talking to me about this mindset thing, and you had to have the mindset in order to control your weight.
Everything. Not
Everything.
just weight, just life. Yeah.
But I'm going to tell you what I discovered is also that you can control a lot of aspects of your body through your feet. I didn't know that. I didn't know. You know how they say to drain your adrenals? Do you even know what that means?
To drain,
Wait a minute. You're a coach. You wouldn't know what it is. Do you know what that
drain
means?
your adrenals?
You know what it means to drain your adrenals?
I heard something, but I'm not sure.
Dan, I don't know
I'm
if
so
it's a
glad you didn't
gland,
ask
a
her
whale.
to voice
out.
that.
Adrenal means that you want your liver to cleanse your blood.
Your lymphatic system, maybe.
Yes.
I've never heard of draining your adrenals.
Well, I didn't either until today. So they tell me that when you're laying down and you raise your legs between commercials watching TV, because
Oh,
I
okay.
kind of like to watch TV, it helps your liver, the blood flow down, and
yeah.
it drains your adrenals.
I'm so glad the boys aren't here listening to this conversation.
Oh, no,
right now.
they say, Steve says he wants to meet you tomorrow to talk about that. I knew it would happen. But the interesting thing about nutrition is that if you understand things, you tend to do it, right? If you don't know that you shouldn't eat this because it's not good for you, you're going to say it tastes good, I'm going to eat it. So I guess what I'm trying to get at is what you do is important because you deal with children.
It's the education.
Yeah, young women and adults. Yep. So teens to 20s, 30s, 40s. But it's just really about the way we look at things. It's so mindset work is just shifting the way you look at situations. And it's not maybe that the situation changes, but the way you look at it changes. And that can change your life.
Well, what about, let's take her example. What if you want something in life and you want to go for it and you're not physically fit to perform that activity? It's not easy being a ballerina, by the way. My cousin did it.
It's very hard.
And she was
I don't think
one of
they
the
get
best.
paid enough for that.
They don't get
For
paid
allowing-
nothing.
Yeah.
It's all getting glory. And then
Every
they fly
day.
you all over the place and you want that dress, they buy it for you.
You know,
Oh,
in my
okay.
mind, what it sounds like to me when you're growing up with this incredibly, I want to say famous family and living this life that everyone's looking at. It's like royalty. To me, it's Moscow royalty to be in the ballet arena. And here you are wanting to do it, and they tell you
You can't.
you can't.
It's tough.
I used to go watch a ballet, and there's certain music it would make me feel like almost cry because I get this tingling, like weird
Brings you
sensation
back.
because I was like, oh my god, it feels so
Emotional.
amazing. Yeah, emotional.
But can you imagine if you had known Erica in the day, and this is whatever the circumstances
Yes.
are, and you were a coach in those days, you actually would have helped her achieve her dream because you can see what she wants, and then you would put a program together. How's it work?
Yeah, really, I'm into like the manifestation too. So really,
She's
studying
into the manifestation.
That word makes it
manifestation,
crazy.
Nice.
the law of attraction, all of that. But it's
Me
really
too.
like how we show up in the world, like how we put ourselves out there. That's what's gonna come back to us. So when we put like good energy, like showing up
Secret.
with that confidence. Oh, he looks like a skeptic.
No, I just
skeptical?
don't. I just don't like the word manifestation.
Okay.
Do you know?
It's
Do you
all
know?
about
Do you know?
just-
Do you know Lisa DeWaskin?
No.
Okay, good for you.
What did you say?
Okay.
Lisa DeWaskin. She was into that whole manifest. You know, I'm not into
We
the
have
word.
a lot of people on this show that believe in that.
And very good. I believe in Santa Claus still today. I'm 56
Yeah,
years of
but
age.
you believe in it in a different realm. You believe, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but it's not
But you're
that
about
it's
to.
manifestation
Dan, help me here.
that it's already happened.
Manifestation, when you say you manifest something, is because you think about it hard enough, you believe in it truthfully enough, and then it happens.
Yes.
And in my world, that's not the way it works.
Your world has already happened.
I'm
Yes,
skeptical too, but it's happened to me a million times.
It has, but it was going to happen whether you use the word I'm going to manifest it or not. You just haven't ran into it yet.
But that's how we ended up here.
That's right. No, you didn't manifest it.
It was already here. I just happened to walk into it. Right.
It happened. It's like, you know, you
It
see
happened.
this. You see this deck of cards, right? If I drop it, it falls. If I don't drop it, it doesn't fall. But this doesn't mean I manifested it. It was going to happen. I just ran into it. You just create. It just happened.
So we were going to end up here anyway. I just happened to walk
It
in
just
the front
happens
door.
too many times.
I know, but that's.
But I'm skeptical. I'm
In
with
this
you.
place, it really does.
Yeah, the more you pay attention to it too, the more you see it. And it doesn't always
There it is.
manifest the way that you may picture it to be. But it's just like if you're having like a bad day and things keep on going wrong, is it probably because you keep on being like, it's like putting that negative energy out there, like this is going to go wrong, this is going to be bad.
But this is a good example of why I don't believe in the word manifest, because sometimes it doesn't work out the way you want it. You know, Dawn's always saying if you don't ask God for what you want, He's going to give you what you think.
Right.
So you're going to get lemon juice instead of lemons if you don't be specific. So if you can't get it to manifest just the way you want, it's because you're not manifesting it. It's happening, your perception.
I told you the story about my daughter. They're going to see Man of the Woods, JT this weekend, my kids. And my kids are older, 26, 23. And they decided they want to see him. So she says, I'm going to meet JT. I'm
Oh, there you
manifesting, I'm going to meet JT. They make these hats.
This is funny.
They did this whole Man in the Woods. They do all Sunday after Mother's Day. We go out for dinner Sunday night for dinner.
Who's the
Name of our
waiter?
waiter, JT.
oh, see, there you go.
And I said to her, she said, Mom, you were right. I need to be more specific. Instead of I'm going to
Johnny
meet JT, I
Tacos
go,
was
because
her
there
waiter.
he is. There is JT taking
Johnny
your
Tacos.
order. She said,
why
that's
it
not what
doesn't
I
happen
meant.
always the way you want it, but it did happen
fun.
in some way, so it's interesting.
Exactly.
So the question
Love
here
it.
is manifestation. Does it occur? Okay, let's get back to the other side. I don't want to get into
But
manifestation.
what
so
brought you to where you are? We know how Deanna came to her arts
what
through her
brought you?
journey. What brought you to your journey?
Yeah, so I struggled for a really long time. I had an eating disorder. I started with an eating disorder in my teens. And I think like to the core now from all the work I've done, I saw that like I just wasn't happy with myself and I didn't feel worthy of who I was. and that was kind of my way of acting out in it. But I was in a struggle for many years, and I had gone to therapists, psychiatrists, I had been to treatment centers, I had done a lot of different work to try to overcome this eating disorder, and then not until I found a coach that also had struggled with an eating disorder, and she kind of had a spiritual approach in her practice, that I started doing things differently. And I just, by relating to someone and by looking at life a little bit differently, finding these spiritual practices and principles, I started really becoming
It's in the water.
really like immersed in it, because I started seeing things change. I was doing things and I was seeing the change, and I was almost like this, like it was so cool to see. So
Like, what did you, and Deanna says she's very spiritual as well and believes in spirituality. What did you put forward, Erica? Because you had a career change. What did you put forward that you started seeing changes?
just looking at things differently. So seeing a bigger picture, feeling connected to the bigger picture of life, and not so small-minded and feeling like everything was about me. Because I think the eating disorder is very selfish and self-centered. And once I was able to get out of myself and connect to a greater purpose, then things started shifting, and just feeling like a lighterness and feeling a connection with something greater.
Does that resonate with you? You said you ate for yourself and your brother.
Well,
I was one of those. I'd have 2 lunches when I went to school.
I didn't call it eating disorder. I was
just call it
happy.
eating.
I was happy, and I actually, for some reason, we didn't have big mirrors in my apartment in Moscow, so I couldn't see myself properly. One day, I asked my father give me a ballet class, and I saw myself in a ballet bodysuit. I'm like, oh my god, I was so embarrassed, and plus I was shy too. On top, I wanted to run out. No, it was just him and me, but I was still shy. Yeah, so I didn't have a problem. I couldn't see myself properly. So yeah, I was just eating and happy.
Well, maybe it's
Happy
better
kid.
that way. I used to, in elementary school, I'd have 2 hot lunches. That's how much I would eat.
I just installed one of those circus skinny mirrors, and I never had a problem.
That's
Yeah.
why I like the
all
bathroom
need
mirror
one of
here.
those.
So actually, my brother was older, and he was always around ballet. He was in ballet school, and he's around skinny people, thin people, and he always called me fat and called me bomba, like a bomb, meaning.
Bomba.
So yeah, actually, till now he calls me the same name when I talk to him. Anyway, so I had that kind of problem. Eventually, when I grew up, got older, I figured out what to eat and started exercising and getting in better shape. Yeah, that's what happened to me. I worked myself into it. It took time. I wish somebody like you could have helped me, because my parents were busy with their work and stuff. In old days, we didn't know exactly what to eat and what not to eat.
Well, it's impressive work with what you do, because we have a lot of issues going on right now with our young people. And some are eating disorders and psychological disorders because they don't want to, like the Don't Eat Alone program. And some people don't eat because you go to school, you don't have any friends, and depression sets in, and you don't have anybody to talk to. I mean, think about that. If you have an eating disorder, who do you go to? You don't go to your parents, right? I used to tell my kids, listen, you can come to me with anything. But I already knew their best friends is who I used to pay off and say, okay, tell me what he's saying. Tell me what he's saying. Because I needed to get the inside track of what they would think.
It's hard growing up nowadays.
It's hard.
With what the kids are going through with social media, and
Yeah.
you didn't have a big mirror, which is fantastic. You know what you're going through in your own
Disaster.
in-house. Everything's about mirrors and selfies,
Yeah.
and now you can have a
Oh,
selfie
yeah,
filter,
selfies, yeah.
and it's how you look on social media. It's how you look in these pictures. So for you, unfortunately, it's got to be a boom in your business.
Yeah, it's always trying to be someone different, and it's like just kind of accepting ourselves as we are and learning to do that. And it takes time, because we're always trying to be someone different, trying to be accepted, and just doing little things like gratitude practices daily. It's like little shifts that people can do, and it doesn't have to be so drastic and so overwhelming and take so long. Like once you start doing these practices in your daily lives, you'll start feeling better.
And it's changed your life, right? I mean,
Yeah.
you've come a long
She
way
was a
from
teacher.
Yeah.
Are you a teacher too?
Yeah, I taught preschool and elementary
I was
school.
the only one that had 40 jobs.
Wow. impressive.
So that
Yeah.
again, yeah, that is impressive because you have to have the right mental
Yeah.
fortitude to
And
be
it's
a teacher.
good that I think because you're young and you work with young kids and teenagers, and it helps them to connect faster to you than somebody's older.
Right, right. I think it's refreshing when you can connect with someone, know someone that's been through it, because
We should have had her on
it's hard to
yesterday.
really.
And
yeah.
but you're relatable because you look like a kid,
Yeah.
but you're not
Thank
a kid.
you. I'm 31. So
I was
I'm
about to
like,
say
yeah,
she looks like
young.
she's 12.
I told you.
I'll take
ridiculous.
it.
When I
Thank
spoke to her
you.
on the phone, I said she's a kid,
Well,
but
that's why you say she looks like, because the other one looks like she's 12 too.
she sounds like she's exact giggles. Yes.
So what they say, don't judge a book, don't judge the book by the
By the
picture,
cover.
Well,
by
that's
the cover.
the
That
hardest
was
thing.
it.
It goes back to my Humpty Dumpty again with the missing piece.
Oh, here we go.
I'm telling you, because you can put Humpty together on the outside, but you can't heal Humpty on the inside
what I gotta
unless
deal with?
you do the work. Every day this comes back in our theme.
Don't
Every
sit on
day.
the wall.
Don't sit on the wall. There you go. Because what do you tell me? Don't sit on the fence because it could be
Because
a
that
picket
fence
line?
is a picket fence, and you have to sit, you have to sit on the. As a parent, you got to sit on the picket fence. That's the way it works.
Well, how do you do that? So as a parent, parents have to refer their kids to you because kids aren't going to find you. Teens, young adults,
Ooh.
they need to find
Right.
you.
Well, that's good.
How do you not cross the line, but how do you do what you need to do on both ends to keep the balance?
You mean with the parents or not?
Yeah,
telling the
because you
parents
you
what's
have to
going
sell the
on?
parents first.
Yeah. I mean, 'cause, what made me reach out to the younger is because when my parents were like, I would want to know someone like you when we were dealing with what was going on with you. So, but I want to have confidentiality with my clients. Like that's where that trust is built. I mean, obviously, if there's something that
Ooh.
the parents need to know, but
That it just became even more tricky.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
If I
You
got
need
an
the
11 or
confidentiality.
12-year-old, yeah, but she wants to maintain.
I haven't worked with that young.
Oh, okay.
Mostly like high school to,
Well, high school is what,
adults, but-
13,
They're
14?
15, so there's still that
yeah,
the
that young
minor, the
age.
confidentiality, the adults, the parents.
And how do you seek out kids that need help? Like, let's say my
Right.
15-year-old needs help, right? Do I call you, and then you come, and how does his whole thing gonna work out? Because the kid is gonna say, "What?"
Yeah, talk to your friends. I actually, a couple months ago, I went to Boca High School and I did a workshop because I knew one of the yoga teachers. And it was a cool way to get the kids involved like right away. Like we did a workshop of doing gratitude and affirmations and acts of kindness and just these things that like kids don't learn that much in school, which we need to incorporate because these are like the things that are going to build that self-confidence and that self-love that is needed to.
It's
thrive
amazing
in
to me
life.
in this day and age, when maybe because we do it every day, it's so the norm for our conversation about gratitude and acceptance and loving who you are, that our kids are not even being exposed to it.
It is.
That's the incredible thing.
I'm gonna send Tom
You're going to send them out to the
out to
hallway?
the because we're gonna run the remote, and we're gonna try to have a conversation with Tom. Go with Tom, and it's on 5-6 on the board.
But that's the amazing thing. And your daughter's a yoga teacher. What else did she do? What got her into yoga?
She's vegan, crazy vegan. You know, everything is about not using animal product anywhere. So she would have a soap that is vegan. She
A
won't-
soap that's vegan. I thought
She-
vegan is what you ate.
No, she wouldn't wear leather. She wouldn't.
That's vegan?
She wouldn't have honey.
Oh,
Honey is a.
You can have honey?
Vegans don't have honey. Yeah.
no,
Why not?
honey.
Because there's some problem with bees
bees?
that are being.
You're being abused.
Yeah, kind
Yes.
of. Yeah.
I joined the
I think the
anti-abuse bee
electricity-
club.
Ele-
It's true.
electricity has something.
I'm gonna
to
tell
do
you,
with it.
I did a show on iHeart 3 years ago. Lady was a
iHeart.
beekeeper at the iHeart radio station,
Yeah.
and she brought in live bees. Right,
Wow.
so everybody left. I had to stay in the studio because I had to do the
Watch
production.
them.
So I said, "Let me ask you a question. Is this bee gonna sting me? Do not swat at the bee. They're fine. They're trained bees."
Interesting.
So it's 12 bees in the studio. Dan, I swear,
They're,
Well-
They
they're
were
flying
fly-
around the room?
they're
They
flying around
actually
the
knew
room.
how many they have.
They're flying around the room, and there's a therapy where you take the bee, they
Uh-huh.
hold the bee, and they hold it right on top of your skin, and it stings you very lightly, not
Okay.
lightly, and it takes away
So
inflammation.
they train it with like dog treats? Good. You treat.
Oh, wow, I
nice,
didn't know.
Here's a treat. It was a nice sting.
Listen,
Like, how do
don't-
you train a bee?
But don't they die when they?
No,
sting?
because they only die when the stinger gets in the body, and then when you pull it, the stinger rips out of their
But
body.
how would you know? Like, how would they know?
She's trained. She's a trained woman. So it was me and her,
Did
the
you try it?
microphone. Are you nuts? I said to her, honey, can you pick up the bees? It was a 3-hour show. Can you pick up? She spent the next 3 hours trying to get the damn beans back in that.
Oh my god.
Are you vegan?
I've dabbled with it, but not fully. No.
You know, Crunchy has a line of vegan makeup brushes.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
wow.
my daughter doesn't use makeup that is not vegan. Makeup,
Can you see it?
food, obviously, clothes, laundry detergents, shampoos. So she's like really straight hardcore.
Isn't it amazing when you think where you came from
Yeah.
and how your daughter is raised and how the change is so, you're from a whole nother country, a whole nother
Yeah,
culture.
the whole totally.
And what you're doing now. For the kids that are here, I mean, for me, I always tell my kids, all right, when you're laying on the couch and the therapist, just blame me. Actually, I say, you know what, blame your grandmother. I say, just move it on up the line, so just bypass me. Because someone's going to take the blame for it. Because
Yeah.
what else did we do? We gave our kids the food, or we didn't give the kids the food. But now I think social media is even a bigger proponent than what we're doing as parents. Because they're
Yeah.
on social
Oh,
media
yeah.
more than they're even home with us.
Yeah, they learn a lot of stuff on the internet before they even grow up.
What are some techniques? I mean, eating disorders is not just
Social
about
media.
gratitude. That's a huge area to dabble in. I mean, you have to walk very carefully when
And the
you're telling them
comparing
about food.
ourselves and everything. And social media is so tough. Like, I've personally taken like detoxes from social media because when I see it starting to like affect my life and starting to feel the comparison and not like feeling good about myself, I'm like, wait, like back up here. I'm doing this. I'm choosing to look at this. Like, I need to switch this around and maybe unfollow people that don't make me feel good because we are like what we feed ourselves. Feed our minds, our bodies, our souls, and we can choose to feed ourselves good stuff.
Paying too
or-
much attention to what everybody else is doing. That's a
Right.
problem.
You know what I love is the picture, Deanna, you have here. Because that just shows that whatever you went through as a kid and whatever
It's
your
cured.
brother called
She's
you,
cured. She no
you
longer
are
has that
comfortable
problem.
with who you. I didn't even know you were sitting there. You're comfortable with who
She
you
no
are.
longer has a problem with that picture. See
Right?
that picture?
I am comfortable, I think.
I think so too.
But, of course, not fully, but I
to be able
I always work out.
If you,
and
if you
try
get
to-
any more comfortable, honey, you'll be able to. All right, I want to switch over to Tom. T-Money. Tom, are you there? Switch over to Tom so you can see him. Tom,
There he is.
What is going on, Freddy?
I can't
Can
hear
you
you.
hear him?
you do.
Try,
You can't hear him?
I hear you, though. No.
Oh, he's
the
not
mic's
talking.
on.
No, no.
You hear me?
You hear him?
You hear him. Well,
It's
we
just
don't
not
have to do
converting
the
over
mic.
to us.
It's not to us.
He can't hear it through the mic. Huh? Yes, it's turning.
I can hear you.
Say again, Tom?
I can hear
He
you.
hears us. We just
I
don't
can
hear
hear you
Tom.
guys
We don't
very
hear
well.
We don't hear you. Okay, so it's again another problem.
It's going from the
settings.
board to
Tell
our
them the
box.
sign language. We'll understand.
Tom, can you hear us?
No, those are the words that you hold.
Yes.
You can hear
Yes, he
everybody in
hears
the
us.
set?
Which is really cool. We
Everybody.
just don't hear Tom.
Everybody.
All right, back
All right,
to
so
the
we're
drawing
keep- we're
board.
gonna
All right,
go
we
back
got
to
to
the
do it
drawing
again.
board
We
in
got to
that
find
way.
out why we can't hear it. And it's got to be in ascending. All right, so let's go back to the set. And it continues.
How can people find you, Erica, and continue this conversation?
Back to social media. Yeah, I mean, ericarosetaub.com and ericarosetaub@gmail.com and Erica /Taub at Instagram.
But look how much you have on here. Besides your wellness workshops, you do the Ayurvedic medicine as well,
That's the wellness center I work at.
Okay, so
that's
this is
kind of
not you.
included within the wellness center.
and children's programs. So much going on. We had Athleta on a couple months ago, and they're doing a whole program with kids to love themselves, teens, to go in and workshops and say, you know what, whatever size you are, as long as you're healthy, it doesn't matter, just to feel good about yourself. But I love having no mirrors in your house. That sounds like my mother. That is the best thing ever because you know what, you were happy.
It was like up to like, up to the waist, so you see just a little bit what's in front and whatever.
But how great is that? Think about that. We're all so accustomed to mirror. I was walking by a mirror the other day. My husband says, "I don't think you've ever passed a mirror that didn't like you." But because I'm always in a mirror. Yeah, that was Sunday's guy.
But that isn't
It
isn't
does-
true.
it gives
But-
you a complex
But that
after.
isn't true
Yes.
either, Dawn. You've had history with
I told you I used to eat
Stuff.
2 lunches when I was in elementary
I know,
school.
You told me, and it was
2
tough to
lunches.
be you.
You.
Dawn
You
used
like
to.
me?
Yes, that's what makes me think I was like you. Not
Okay.
like you. I'm assuming you went the other way.
Kind of all of it.
Dawn used to be 2 of you.
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting.
I would have
She's
2 lunches. It wasn't even the sweets. It was the food and the more food. And
Oh yeah, and cakes. I loved cakes. So, I still love them though.
And are you a good cook? No, I'm only kidding. You don't have to answer that.
Yeah, I can cook. Coming from Russia, yeah, all women mostly cook. Coming
Really?
From the time.
What's your
that I
favorite?
came.
What are you good at? What do you make? What's your number one dish?
I can make anything.
Yeah, but what's your number one? What are your number
Well,
one
you
thing?
see, I don't cook much because my daughter is vegan. So
That's
I
easy.
don't like. I let her be whatever she buys herself, and I let her be
You're
what
not
she wants
vegan?
to be. No, I cook. What I like to eat is salad and some chicken, like kebab, like on the barbecue or something like that, or fish.
I thought she was
I
gonna
like
say
fish.
like a
Idea.
borscht or something.
No,
I have an
borscht.
idea.
I used to, but nobody eats at home, so why making it?
The borscht. You
Did
should
you
bring it
make
in here. We got a
How
bunch
about
of.
lasagna? You
Chef
got
used to bring
lasagna?
it in for you.
I can, actually,
Vegetable
I
lasagna, if you
haven't made lasagna. Maybe a long time ago, but
You're
it's
good.
Italian.
You're good.
It's not Russian.
That's right. That's what he likes. Yeah, Italian, the pasta. Bring her on the penne.
I
You
think,
guys
but I
must
think
cook
it's
Russian, I want
easy.
you to
It's
for
easy to make it. What's so hard about it?
But wait, I have an
I can do
idea. You know
anything.
the Mirror Man?
Yes.
Mirror on the
Mirror
wall.
Man. Mirror Man. Yes.
Mirror Man, he's coming tomorrow, yes? He has an enormous selfie mirror. I don't know, it's like 200 pounds to bring this mirror
It's
in.
150 pounds. Yeah.
100
Oh, is it
and-
the skinny mirror?
no, it's a
You
big
had it.
selfie
I think
mirror.
you
bring a
had it
mirror?
here in one of your events.
And you tap on it and you take a selfie, but you can see your whole body.
Wow.
But imagine instead of just doing the selfie to make yourself look good, you can incorporate a program with it so people truly see how they are and the betterment of loving themselves in the mirror and then taking the selfie. And we partner. The Mirror Man is as much fun as this mirror is, and it's a blast because I saw it one of the events we here at the Delray
Yeah.
Kids Center with what you do
Yeah.
as far as self-help. So you're putting fun and self-help together to really see the attributes of who you are
It's really
in a full
nice.
mirror.
You can program it in so many different ways.
Wouldn't that be
So
amazing?
many cool
Really
things
cool.
that you
Is he gonna bring the mirror here? I'm gonna take a
And
picture
here's,
if there
and
is.
here's where I get it. At one point, I went to a temple program with my daughter, and it was mothers and daughters and bonding about what you love about yourself. And I know a lot of it was about eating disorders and image disorder. And everyone said the part of their body they like the best is their eyes. Every single person in that room, because your eyes are windows to your soul, but no one was looking at the rest of you. But imagine looking at this
But
mirror.
that's why you say you're right.
That's what everybody
Because
says.
you don't want to look at the rest.
But imagine looking at the rest of you in this mirror and truly, after working with you, or before and then after, the progression of what it is,
Yeah.
of what you truly love about yourself in a full mirror.
And imagine that they say to you, look, and you go, I don't want to look.
But you know what? That's step one.
I wouldn't want to look.
That's,
Freddie, that's you really looking at your eyes, Freddie, in the mirror?
you know?
Yeah, that's what I look
Yeah,
at.
but
I got looking at my
but look,
eyes.
2 years ago, you wouldn't even be in pictures.
You
You,
know,
weren't on camera
I'm
with
gonna
me.
tell you. I'm gonna tell you. I live in hell. Let me tell you why.
You live with me, I know.
I go down to the NN studio, and there's a poster of us because I wanted to make sure that we're not forgotten at the other place. What is that?
Lies.
And what is it?
It's
Spraying
fine.
it. I don't know what it is.
You didn't do anything like that?
So there's
And,
an enormous
and
poster
there's
of
this
us.
big poster of when I weighed 260 pounds, 260. So I got to look at this thing every day. So people look at it and they go, "Oh, look at Dawn, and who's that that she's with?" I said, "Son of a." So I got to change that poster.
We need to take another
Can you
picture.
put two people in front of
You,
either side of
you have to
Make
put
look
3
better?
people.
It is bigger than life, this poster. It is truly bigger
It's
than both
huge.
of us.
It's bigger than the painting that was up here.
But you wouldn't look in a mirror. You never were on camera. You always sat off
I
camera.
was
You
never on
wouldn't take
camera, but that
pictures.
wasn't the reason I
You
wasn't on
wouldn't take
camera.
pictures, and now look. Now you're getting ready to take a new picture with me.
No, didn't say that either. But
Well,
I
let's put a sticker on it.
no, but now you bring it in a mirror. I think that a lot of people psychologically, if you don't feel good, I mean, you could be perfect. You could be in the way everybody in this room is and still not want to look in the mirror. I think it runs deeper.
It's
I think
what's
it's a
inside.
psychological
Yeah,
piece.
it's all inside. Yeah, I think
It's not
so.
just
And
the
you
weight.
work, but that's what she works with.
But this is what the vibe I'm getting, because I mean, look at this guy. He puts on shades and everything else. There are people that come on the set and they wear sunglasses because they say that the lights bother them.
We
Like
need
what
more
Dan's
lights,
doing.
actually.
And the funny
Is
thing
that the
is,
truth?
Feel cooler.
is it?
Yeah.
There you go. Is it true? Now you have a painting called the Fairy. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, yeah. Night fairy.
And the night fair, and you have her like
Just with
With
the
the
finger.
secret.
with the secret, which is a fantastic piece. And
Thank you.
And I want you to show that tomorrow when you meet the other guys because
bring it
there's
in.
so much significance sometimes in paintings. Now Dan is a master because he's put this place together, and each one of these things comes up with another theme. And I've noticed that when people come in here, I notice sometimes I don't notice. You notice that some of the things change, but it takes an art form to communicate what you're feeling, right?
Right.
And you look at this and you look at this, and it takes an art form. You are reading all of these messages, which makes you the Da Vinci of messages. It's really cool that you can help young people, old people, everybody in between. I mean, that's a gift. Not many people can do what you do. I was in that situation where I ate everything. I used to get yelled at. You know, I haven't had ketchup in 2.5 years because they told me don't eat it.
Die.
Sugar, right?
They told me don't eat it.
There's sugar.
So they bet me. She says, I bet you can't go a day without ketchup. That was easy. A week, a month. They used 2.5 years. I don't.
Well, we'd go out for lunch. We'd have lunch meetings, and he'd have a
Ketchup
ham and
everything.
cheese omelet, full eggs, ham and cheese, and then ketchup.
Ketchup everything.
And French fries.
Yeah.
And
I
I
put
thought,
ketchup on
"Ew,
everything."
Sounds good.
250 pounds? I don't know.
260
And I
pounds.
thought, oh my gosh, this man's going to die.
Yeah.
I mean, really, there
So
were
you
two
took away the
options.
ketchup.
So we had to start. I couldn't take away food.
No,
We had to start
moderation.
somewhere, right?
Slowly, like, right? You
Now the problem is that
But you were also
you
a
know
diabetic.
you know when
so-
you open up a thing of sugar, a packet.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, every French fry is putting a packet of sugar in your mouth.
Oh my God.
In potatoes,
You
it
used to
turns
do that?
instantly into sugar. No, it turns into sugar. For a diabetic, a potato turns into instant sugar. So just make believe you take a French fry, you know this, Coach,
Yeah, yeah.
and you eat it, it turns into a packet of sugar.
Oh my
So
God.
when I have 20, 30 French
So it's
fries,
carbohydrates. is
yeah,
it?
that's one part.
That's what turns into like.
And my
for
sugar
diabetes.
goes right through the roof because I'm swallowing sugar, even though it's a French fry. Sweet potato fry is like a quarter of that. So I stop eating
What
those.
about Outback cheese fries? Does the cheese offset the sugar?
And
I
the
can't,
blue?
I can't even go buy it. What about Outback's
Bloomin'
salad?
onion or the salad?
You forget about. I can't have the bloomin' onion either.
No.
No. Yeah, what about the salad dressing, the Caesar salad? Did I tell you? I ordered a Caesar salad. Now Dawn's always telling me, put the sauce on the side. Come on, it's a salad. It's green. I'm vegan, baby. Put it on. Put the salad on there. That salad dressing will kill you.
You're better off having a hamburger.
You're better off having a hamburger. That's how bad Caesar dressing is.
Really?
Oh my God, it's the worst.
But Dan has the best way to make his salads. He takes the bag, he cuts the top, and then he shakes it up. It's like salad on the go. It's the best way to do it.
What do you put in it though?
Caesar dressing?
You do the McDonald's salad.
No, I don't.
Yes,
ever.
McDonald's had a cup. Salad was in the
remember that.
cup.
Salad in
You
the
put
cup.
the dressing and the
Yes.
croutons and everything in it, right? The cheese,
Yes, I
and you
still
shake
remember
it.
that.
You shake it up.
I would
Yes.
never get a salad from them.
It was.
What
the-
happened with that?
Oh my
Yeah.
God, it was
Sorry.
delicious.
See, you remember food. Look, it makes her smile.
No, because I just really
You remember that?
I used to live at McDonald's as a
I used to
kid.
live in McDonald's.
And
I used to
I
love
think
McDonald's.
It was different back then 'cause my parents.
Yes,
they
it was
took
really-
us
I've been
every day
to
after
first
school.
McDonald's in Moscow.
Oh, really?
It was just all the lines crazy. I used to eat so much there, and I would like
Bacon,
you
egg,
could
and
actually
cheese
bring me
McGriddle.
out like on the freaking whatever. I couldn't walk. It was
Every
really
day
good though.
We go to Hebrew school. We'd stop at McDonald's. I'd get a bag of fries and a milkshake on the way to Hebrew school. I mean,
Did you do
things
like
that were
the
crazy.
Monopoly game at
Yes.
McDonald's? Oh my god!
I used to have it in my car.
The Beanie
Yes.
Babies.
Never cat club.
You
Now the
must have-
McDonald's got all this publicity from us.
Beanie Babies. It was ridiculous.
But look, it makes you smile. So food is why we sit around the table all the time. Why we want to do our 12 o'clock food concept, because food is what brings everyone back to their memories of good or bad. And it did a lot for you different.
And I think balance is so important. Like I'm not someone that is extreme in any way. Like I like my sweets. I like, certain things and I have that still.
Portion
because-
control?
Yeah, it has to be balanced. in life,
Is it
you
true
know?
that in your hand is your meal?
It's supposed to be
This
like
is
your
what they
protein.
teach me.
That's how big your
Yeah.
stomach is?
Yeah,
No,
they
this is
say
what you're supposed to
say
eat.
the fist is the size of the stomach.
Yeah, but
That's
this is
what-
what you're supposed to eat.
For the
This is
person.
for
So I
Weight
guess it
Watchers,
fits
what I
in
eat.
your.
Dan, if you saw what I eat for dinner, last night I had 4 pieces of meat, and I had some green beans, and I don't like green beans, but I ate them, and I had a half a sweet potato, and my sugar dropped from 154 to 124, and I dropped 1.5 pounds.
Because you realize how much food your body needs to sustain itself,
This is
not
all
how much
needed.
you choose to eat.
And I was like, where's
Were
the
you
food?
hungry?
You don't think about it that way. You think you're getting
So you have to
healthy.
go to French restaurant, I think, because their portions are really small. The fancy restaurant.
Right.
So you'll be
And then
like eating.
and the price goes up.
Yeah, and on your way home, you
Yeah,
stop at McDonald's.
but you won't eat much, so you'll get one portion.
But Erica,
Then you'll be fine.
how do you target the families that you want to reach to?
That's a good question.
How do they find you?
I'm starting to try to put myself out there more. I partnered with 2 different wellness centers, so one's in Boca and one's in Boynton, and through yoga and just social media, so things like that.
'Cause to
Through
me
the
it-
temple.
It seems to be a lot. That's how I found it. But through the Temple Journal,
Yeah.
I looked through the ads and I thought, wow, when she said eating disorders in teens, I could have seen 10 ads that said life coach, but it was what you pinpointed as eating disorders in teens. I said that's when I had to call
Or
her.
hook her up with some of the people we have working with kids,
So many
Chef
people.
Mika and stuff like that.
And getting the word out there. And it's word of mouth. And I know just one person that comes on our show, and even with Julie and her Akashic Records, people want it. It's word of mouth, and you're just so relatable, as she said, because the kids.
We have a chef that cooks. She doesn't cook. It's actually raw food, right?
Chef Olga?
Olga. And she cooks seaweed. And she cooks. And she tells me, Freddie, if you eat my food, I'll get you off of insulin in 30 days. And I tried it for 2 days. And I said, Chef, not for nothing, but seaweed, and you should have seen some of this stuff. But it wasn't bad. It was different. The sugar dropped like a lead pencil. But man, I can't live on that stuff.
But you know what? An eating disorder is different. It's not about losing the weight
Yes, I know
or
that.
gaining the weight. It's about your
Eating
mindset
right, though, no?
of, it's not even eating right. It's the mindset of, can I put, and I can say this because I've been there, can I put this in my mouth and what's it going to do? Is the guilt going to overtake me if I eat this? Or
Can't see it, right?
But isn't it more dangerous not to eat than to eat too little?
Not to eat. It's
Than
not
to eat
good
in-
at all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very dangerous.
So then what are we looking at? We're not looking at the body. Again, that's the looking in the mirror. You're not looking at your body, because if you can say, I'm not going to eat,
But why aren't you eating? It's because you look fat. You can't compare to somebody else.
Something, inside. you're
Something's
just not
stopping you
happy
So why aren't
with
you
inside.
eating? Is it the guilt of, if I eat this, I'm going to gain weight?
so is it the why?
Yeah, so that's
What do
why
you
I
deal
really like to start with focusing on just building that self-love, because the behaviors are going to come later. You know, it's hard just to be like, let's change the behaviors right away, because if you're not happy inside, you're not going to care to change the behaviors. So it's building your self-confidence, self-love, doing things a little bit differently, and then you'll see the outside.
What
things
about
start
outside
changing.
influence, your friends? Because I hear, I know some people that had some problems, and they had a whole group of friends, and they all had the same issues, and they all talked about the same issues, and they did whatever they did to not to eat,
Right.
in this case. Friends, outside influence becomes a factor. How do you deal with all
Yeah,
that?
like who you surround yourself with is who you really are, because that's what you're around all day. So it's really picking and choosing people that fill you up, that make you feel good, that bring out the light. And you know, if not, it's like, why hang
It's like a
around
wet
with people?
sponge.
We have to introduce her to Vivian across the street, too. Right?
There's a whole bunch of people
It
that she
just
can
grows. There's so many people.
There's so many people that need the guidance, and
But
a lot of
people
these coaches know this. They know it. It's just, how do you reach people?
But
You
it's
know,
not your niche that they're doing. It's the gratitude and wellness as a whole and feeling better about yourself. But when you truly have a diagnosed eating disorder, and Erica is not a psychologist or a psychiatrist, she's not going to cure you or give you medication.
Right.
But it's about your self-esteem and loving yourself and not relying on someone else to love you, like your spouse, your wife, your husband, your partner. It's not about them loving you.
Right.
It's about
And I, like in the past, I was on all that medication, and I did all
love
that.
you too, Dan.
Aw, that was cute. So that wasn't, you know, and for some people that might be the cure, but, you know, I'm not on anything now. And I feel that worth that I was always missing. So,
Can you
yeah.
look back and know what your trigger was then?
at one point,
How it started, I think I was just always trying to find things outside of myself to fill me up and make me happy. And if it was, I mean, it started off with a guy, a relationship, or
It's always a
drinking,
guy.
or whatever, you know, yeah.
it's always a guy.
Shoe shopping.
No, it's always a
Yeah,
guy.
Shopping, anything just to
It's
like,
always a
it's
guy.
always a guy.
We feel
Yeah,
that we need
that
to feel
guy.
validated by our partner. We're
A
looking
guy?
for.
It's
Well,
always a guy. And you never
guy,
hear a
girl.
guy
Because
say, you know,
I think
it
the
was a
girls try
girl.
to impress
Girl
the
did
guy,
this.
and then and if he doesn't like you, you're thinking, what is wrong with me? And then you start picking at yourself, and then
Does that really happen?
yeah,
Really?
that's what women do and girls do, yeah. And you learn, you grow.
I guess
out.
guys get
All right,
rejected
so
all
what
the time.
would
We
you
don't
tell your
care.
younger self now, looking back?
Just that there's a big world out there, and there's so much greatness and opportunity, and not to get so focused on the small things. Don't sweat the small stuff.
I
you
like
know?
that.
And how about you,
Yes,
Deanna?
I like that.
What would you tell your younger self?
I don't even know. I think I'm happy what I became. So just believe in myself and let the life bring you to and show you the way, I guess. just don't stress out, and
Don't sweat the small stuff.
yeah, I am.
Now, what would you tell your younger self?
Yeah.
We got to go to commercial break. You can find Erica at ericataub.com, T-A-U-B, your phone
Yes.
number.
813-326-7749.
And Deanna?
My phone number?
Or we can find her here at the Heart of Delray Gallery.
Yeah, you can find me here actually.
1440 North Federal Highway in Delray Beach, not Pompano. You can find Dan there. We're here every day, Monday through Friday, 2 hours a day. Now maybe going at 3. We're going to be back in 2 and 2 as we turn on our radio. Stay
Which equals
tuned,
4.
and we'll be right back.
Want to make your smartphone brilliant? One tap creates a virtual wine fine tuner. Another, a coffee refiner. A beauty cream and makeup enhancer.
Wow. Look at your eye. What a difference.
And with still just a tap, a strength and flexibility harmonizer.
Yeah, I definitely felt something different.
This is the Vitalizer. In the App Store on any smartphone, a simple download that will embed specific frequencies and vibrations into your phone's light photons and sound waves. Calibrations designed to affect taste,
Vitalizer one is better than the other one, for sure.
hydration, absorption,
Feel silkier.
and perhaps most incredibly, your strength, flexibility, and energy. Amazing.
Wow. Crazy. Well, salud. I'm loving it.
Go to www.vitalizerapp.com and make your smartphone brilliant.
The Heart of Delray Gallery, located in the Delray Art Complex, is one of South Florida's top venues for art, culture, music, and private events.
The information and opinions you hear on the Del Walmsley radio show are those of the host, Del Walmsley, his guests, and his callers, and do not necessarily reflect the opinions of this station, its affiliates, its management, or advertisers. The Del Walmsley show is for entertainment purposes only. Please consult
1440 North Federal Highway in Delray Beach. Come, take a tour, book your next private event or fundraiser, or join us for Art Walk the first Friday of every month from 6 to 11 p.m. For more information, give us a call at 561-278-0074.
Network is WSBR Boca Raton.
Or 597-7060.
Want to lower your rate and payments, get rid of mortgage insurance, or get cash out? Find out about your best refinance options by tuning into the Get Mortgage Fit radio show with Alex Michaels and Carrie Kasem, Monday mornings from 10 to 11, where you'll learn everything you need to know about mortgage loans, today's rates, FHA, VA, and more. Call the Get Mortgage Fit show Monday mornings from 10 to 11 on WNN at 800-827-RATE, 800-827-RATE, or visit them online at newamericanfunding.com, NMLS 6606.
Taking over-the-counter or prescription drugs unnecessarily is a drag, whereas feeling great like you used to is the way it ought to be. Learn how to feel, function, and perform to your full health potential. Tune in to the Dr. Bob Martin Show, Sunday morning at 10 on Talk 1470 WNN.
If you had any idea how absolutely insane the stock market is,
unconventional wisdom is sweeping the nation, and you are next.
You need to stop being dependent on a paycheck.
The Del Walmsley Show is on WNN, Mondays at 5, Tuesday through Friday at noon.
Go to your app store and download the WNN app on your Android or iPhone, and never miss a Talk 1470 minute.
Cruise Planners, an American Express travel representative, has a tremendous reputation for quality, service, and very competitive pricing for all of your travel needs. As a Cruise Planners travel advisor, Paul Vadiano will help you discover exciting adventures around the world, from cruises to land tours and completely packaged vacations. Paul specializes in all types of travel and will create an unforgettable vacation, wedding, or event just for you. Find Paul at www.cruiseoptics.com, on Facebook, or by phone at 561-232-2626. We make your travel dreams come true.
Science has confirmed that real health comes from raw, organic, and wild foods. Essentials is a complete program of 5 products to help your body function as nature. Essentials is a complete program of 5 products to help your body function as nature intended. Premium Ancient Superfood Algae offers energy and stamina. Food-based digestive enzymes help prevent occasional heartburn and may reduce stress from processed foods and heavy metals. Our proprietary probiotics help support immune health, regulate bowels, and eliminate toxins. Improve your mood, mental clarity, focus, faster rejuvenation, and better sleep. Order now at eatessentialsnow.com. Essentials, life-enhancing ingredients in the palm of your hand. Eatessentialsnow.com.
This is Alyssa, the Paint Girl. Car accidents happen. Get the most affordable, convenient, superior vehicle repair with concierge service. The Paint Girl provides pickup and delivery with no additional cost. Our body shops have over 30 years combined experience. The Paint Girl handles all makes, models, lease return repairs, and insurance claims. Your smart choice for vehicle repair? The Paint Girl. Call 954-691-7024. That's 954-691-7024.
Those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors. Well, it's 1 o'clock and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. The team is ready to serve you a huge portion of fun for lunch. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought, take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe, and get ready to enjoy the humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of feel-good and happy soup to help your day go easier and enjoy your break with others around you. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddy S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. The feel-good food you need to help that bagel go down nice and smoothly. If you have a story to share, anything that happened at work, play, a movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you today, call in toll-free 888-565-1470 right now. So sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe and let Dawn and Freddy S. get your happy juices flowing.
Here we go. Welcome to all our friends in LA, San Francisco. What was that? You hear me? Joe, can you hear me? Joe? Joe?
Yeah.
Just making sure. Welcome to all our friends in LA, San Francisco, New York, Chicago. And now we're going to include North Korea, because I must have offended them.
I'm telling you, I think you offended
I'm
some
sorry,
people.
I'm sorry.
No offense.
No offense. Welcome to all our friends. Man, I is excited.
Are you?
Yes, the first hour we had painting, we had food, we had diets, we had dance, we had everything going on.
We had a lot going on. It's a wonderful Wednesday. You like my new wand?
Okay, take it easy.
At the Brooklyn Cafe TV.
If a plane lands here, we
can land them on a straight line. I've got all the sparkles lined up on a wonderful Wednesday. It's a wonderful Wellness Wednesday at the Brooklyn Cafe TV. You can find us on Facebook, Periscope, our new YouTube channel, the Brooklyn Cafe TV. 95.3 FM, 1470 AM, and give us a call, 888-565-1470. I think Daphne from Health and Vitamin Concepts is on her way. She's running late, but Merlin is on her way. Deanna is in the house. You can see we've got some new artwork hanging behind us.
Yes, and it's all for sale. Deanna, come on.
It's all for sale.
It's all for sale. If you want to buy the art, you want more information about the art, we're going to put the camera on in a little bit. just give us a call at 888-565-1470.
We're at 1440 North Federal Highway, so come on down, see all of this artwork we have here. 75 artists, 11,000 square feet. Deanna's been here, I guess, for about a month. We have a self-portrait right behind us, and this Birth of Venus is absolutely, truly incredible. So no, we are not, we are a PG-rated show, but these are masterpieces that you see behind us. So.
And the artist will sign the back of the deal, make a little picture on the back.
And Erica's still with us, Erica Taub, so she's still joining us. She is a life coach, and her niche is working with eating disorders, with young adults and teens. And I'm so happy that you're staying because I'm just glad you got to meet Melissa.
Yes.
And Melissa is a health coach, and we were so a little crazy last week when you were here with Crunchy and our non-toxin products that we ended up eating all her cauliflower and not even talking to her. We ate. You know when you go to her house, you eat and you leave, you don't even say thank
That's
you.
because
We ate, she left, and we bring her back.
She's very quiet. And I asked her, I says, we need to talk to you more about what you do.
Yeah.
So can we do that today?
Yeah, please.
Talking about what you do, what do you do?
So I'm a holistic health coach.
Get closer to the mic, okay.
5 years ago, I was diagnosed with Hashimoto's, which according to conventional medicine, it's a
Incurable
autoimmune disease. And there's just something in that moment when I started taking the medication, and I felt worse than I already felt, and I already felt pretty bad. In that moment, I just vowed that I was going to reverse it one way or another. And I had no holistic background. I thought my Cheerios and my skim milk was healthy, and I never gave up, and I am in complete remission.
And how did you know that there was something wrong?
I had a complete mental breakdown. I mean, I was 30 years old. I would go running every day. I was on a basketball team, and I would be sleeping at 8 p.m., and I would sleep for 14 hours, and I was super depressed.
But was it depression, or maybe you were tired? I mean, you're playing basketball.
Well, no.
You knew the difference.
Yeah, there's a difference in fatigue.
Was there anything
I had
physically
complete adrenal burnout.
Adrenal, is that
Why don't you ask her about your adrenal?
Yeah, adrenal.
Back to that question.
Adrenal
drainage. Have
drainage.
you ever heard of such a thing?
I've heard of lymph drainage. I've never heard of adrenal drainage.
This is what they tell me.
I'm going to go with lymphatic drainage.
Wait till Merlin gets here.
I'm going with lymphatic drainage.
I'm going with
I don't
adrenal
know what
drainage.
you would drain because there's no fluid in your adrenals. Your adrenals produces your hormones. It's a gland.
Okay, I was told that there is.
I mean, they might be able to do something to get them to operate in a more functional manner.
Merlin's here.
Yeah. But I personally, over thousands of hours of research, never heard of adrenal.
You never heard of that? I was told today to lift my legs more when I'm laying down and hold it up so I can get the blood circulating into my liver more, and that was called drainage.
Adrenal drainage.
I would say lymph drainage.
Well, I would say drainage. But listen,
how do you and I answer the same things at the same time?
I don't know. But listen, I have a story of health.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, Carmen Laser.
Laser, yes. Carmen Care Laser Therapy.
That too is a phenomenal deal, and I had it done, and I could not believe the feeling of my left leg. Not my right leg so much, but my left leg. And all of a sudden, it started to tingle. And it lasted until about now.
I cannot wait to introduce Leslie Carmen to Daphne from Health and Vitamin Concepts, because the two of you, mind-blowing for me today. What she did, I went in to do a detox and put all these different samples of toxins on to see the strength test. We did the strength test. And all of a sudden you're talking, is this? She was H. pylori. I said, what did you just say? She said, H. pylori tested positive. I said, oh my gosh, you have to meet Daphne. And then she wrote something on a piece of paper and put it on me, and that tested also.
Is this the infamous Daphne?
This is the famous Daphne Solomon from Health and Vitamin Concepts. So we are on a Wellness Wednesday. Give us a call, 888-565-1470. The conversation continues. Hello. Daphne, everyone has heard about you, and no one has met you. We call her Merlin.
Hi.
Because Merlin is truly a magician.
We call her Merlin.
Merlin the magician.
I gotta get the thing off.
I don't even know if that mic is on, Freddy. I don't know if that mic is on.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Is this microphone on?
I don't hear you, but maybe you have to put the line in. It's very low.
Mm-hmm.
This is Melissa, and we talk all the time about health and wellness, and we say you have to meet Daphne. Daphne has an amazing vitamin. I can't even say vitamin store. There has to be a better name for what your store is.
Wellness center?
Wellness center. I guess boutique wellness center.
And when we say all supplements are not created equal. Daphne vets every supplement that comes through her door. She tests it. She does biomeridian testing, and then
Amazing.
she knows exactly what you need.
Now, Melissa, do you know what biomeridian testing is?
I only know from you. From Dawn.
Have you ever heard of it?
And then Deb would bring it up along. I have not, but I believe in it. From what I've heard, I believe in it.
And have you ever had it done physically to you?
No, I would love to.
I can tell you, it was a trip. The first time I met, and I call her Merlin because she's magical. And I sat there. My son was with me. Gia was with me. And when we went home for the next 25 minutes, and then my family got into this, what is that? And it opened up everything. You know, thanks to you, it changed everything in my life. Everything.
Was that the starting for you?
It started at that moment because I was taking 21 supplements.
But it made you more aware of what you already know.
Yeah, it made me more aware of what I don't know.
Now, what you already know
There were
also.
all sorts of good things that were going on.
Right.
And it changed, and then we came back and we reduced the supplements and we kept up. Now,
Well, it's all about energy fields.
Yeah,
Everything is
absolutely.
energy. Whatever you put into your body,
Our thoughts,
with
everything.
everything. So when we take products, either they bring harmony or disharmony into the body. And the great part about the biomeridian, it's non-invasive. We scan your body through your acupuncture meridian points. It
Okay.
registers into a computer. So think of an electrocardiogram with acupuncture points.
Okay.
You don't have to be hooked up to electrodes. You hold on to a ground, and then we go on the meridian, acupuncture meridian points. As we're scanning you and we're finding out where the imbalances are, we're then able to take product, like for instance, if you needed CoQ10 for your heart or magnesium, we could actually take, we have all different brands, put them on that acupuncture meridian point on the scanner. It scans and analyzes.
So like kind of muscle test right there?
It's better than applied kinesiology, I believe, because the device is really scanning you. There's no real, well, there is human interaction, but sometimes, unless you're really good with applied kinesiology, you can make errors.
Yeah.
So I like this because it's the device making, it's showing us which is compatible with your body, and we put people on programs based on what comes up. And I love it because it's picking up things that you don't find in blood work. Blood work, you can look perfect.
I am a big fan of not doing blood work for a lot of things.
Yeah, because you look perfect. I work with a lot of nurses.
You can take, I always give the example, you can take Centrum, which is not one of the best vitamins on the market, but you can take that and your blood work is going to come up perfect because of it.
Sometimes, but I've seen a lot of dysfunction with Centrum because of the chemicals, what they put in there. They're lab created, they're not really good.
Yeah.
We try to use all whole food, raw food, but it's amazing what the body will do when you make the right connection with the right nutrients. It changes everything because we're energy, and more so today because of what we're exposed to, cell phones and computers. People, their body is changing so quickly. There's so much more dysfunction today with thyroid and adrenal because of what we've been exposed to.
That's what we were just talking about before you walked in.
Well, you know, the funny thing also is that she tests certain products to see how the energy field works with certain organs of your body.
Right.
And if I say this incorrectly, just correct.
No, it's true. We're going along seeing which ones correspond to that meridian point.
Exactly.
Heart, liver,
so
pancreas.
as a health coach,
I'm a health coach.
Okay. I'm certified nutrition and a life coach.
I think that this will add another layer of advantage for yours because from what I found out, there are other people that do this test.
Yeah.
Right? The magic is the one that reads the test. Now she's humble, she's not going to say anything.
It's not even the one who reads the test, it's how you interpret what you read.
That's true.
Because someone I know had a biomeridian testing done, and it comes back with a list of supplements. Well, you could buy 10 supplements, and if you go home and you take them all, your body's going to go crazy. And then Daphne says, no, let's start it this way instead. Let's start with one. Let's add 2. And it's not even like a 3-day start. Let's try this for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And then you're going to add another one in. So it's how she interprets, because you know exactly.
She's in tune.
And I try to connect to the person that I'm working with, and when I do, it's great because then I can get right in there. And you know, it's not only about taking the nutrition, there's also so many emotional components to us and what we do and how things will impact us. So that's really important, being sensitive enough to know that it's not just, you know, okay, I'm lacking magnesium or potassium. My thyroid is out of balance, but there's so much emotional going on also, and I need to be able to bring that into the whole picture.
Yeah,
and Erica, that's what we talked about our first hour. Erica is a life coach, and she works a lot with eating disorders. So you talk, right? So a lot.
Yes.
Can you see partnering? You know, how would what you do work with as a life coach, because you're a life coach also, as far as eating disorders? Because we're not adding a supplement. We want to work with the mindset.
Right, it's psychological. The eating disorders go way back to early childhood. I work with a lot of women that have been abused emotionally, sexually, psychologically, and it's that area, certain things they try to control, and the eating disorder becomes something that they feel, anorexia is one, that they, this is something that they can control, and it's the only part of their life they can control.
Right.
So listen, you know, you're a health coach, right? People come to you and they talk about getting healthier. They talk about what's the best way of doing it. You put a program together for people individually.
Yes.
And how do you go about the correct program? How do you go about what you can see will be the best way of challenging them to get them back healthy?
I mean, as a health coach, I can really only suggest, and we just go over basically the basic nutrient supplements. You know, if someone comes to me and they're like, I don't take magnesium, but I'm suffering severely from constipation, it's kind of like the first thing you're going to suggest, hey, you should probably be on some magnesium, and especially if it mixed with lack of sleep.
Right.
But one of my main focuses is to really kind of cleanse the body and get it working, getting imbalanced and flowing. Yeah, so detoxifying the organs and the lymph and getting everything flowing as meant to be.
Do you know what Leslie said to me today? When you talk, we say all the time that your gut is your first brain.
That's mine.
Right.
That's mine.
You say that. Everybody says that.
A lot of people say
Leslie
second. I say first.
First brain. She says, but if you think about what your colon looks like, if you see a picture of your colon, it looks like a brain.
Yes.
It looks like a brain. If you actually think about it, and when you talk acupuncture and auricular acupuncture, it's the fetus upside down.
I would use that line about your brain looks like a colon.
But it does, if you look at it and all the intricacies and the lumps and bumps of what it is, kind of like our brain.
Is that what it is?
Yes.
So one of my go-to recommendations, something that has healed me and people get freaked out by it, but are coffee enemas.
Oh, they were.
Coffee enemas are amazing,
You know,
especially if you're.
I gotta tell you the problem with that whole deal. I get up in the morning, I gotta have a cup of coffee.
That's fine.
I really don't want to be using that.
I'm just saying, if you.
This has been someplace.
It's made a little bit different.
Right.
But I am a believer in coffee enemas. What they do for the liver and the colon is on another level.
Now, I wanted to bring up a point because as a coach, one of the things that I like is you're going to put somebody on a regimen. Whether it's any or whatever, you're going to put people on the right foods, the right vitamins, and everything else. One of the reasons that we asked her to come, and you know, I asked you on Saturday, I did not know you were going to be here when I asked. But one of the reasons is because what she does is that she analyzes if the supplement you want to give her, the person, is in tune with their body.
Yeah.
Now again, more choice. There's plenty. I mean, we went through your whole store. There were things that were no good for me. There were things that were too strong for me.
Yeah.
Until it became balanced.
Yeah.
And I came back 3
That's
months
because
later.
you're so unusual, and the frequency of your body is completely different.
But I would love to try that out for sure.
I would love
I think as a health coach, it will give you an edge
Oh, it'd be,
to do things precisely correct for people. Because this is a pendulum. One day you're good, one day you're bad, 2 days you're good, 2 days you're bad. I mean, there's not a perfect science.
Yeah.
Daphne, what's your phone number?
And we change every day too.
What about Daphne's phone number before we go to commercial?
561-392-8448.
And she's located right in Boca Raton on Barracassa Way, right on Palmetto and Powerline. We're going to take a quick commercial break. Nick, are you ready to go? I think my sound is gone. Maybe not. And we'll be right back.
Want to make your smartphone brilliant? One tap creates a virtual wine fine tuner. Another, a coffee refiner. A beauty cream and makeup enhancer.
Wow.
Look at your eye.
What a difference.
And with still just a tap, a strength and flexibility harmonizer.
Yeah, I definitely felt something different.
This is the Vitalizer. In the App Store on any smartphone, a simple download that will embed specific frequencies and vibrations into your phone's light photons and sound waves. Calibrations designed to affect taste.
The Vitalizer one is better than the other one, for sure.
hydration, absorption,
Feel silkier.
and perhaps most incredibly, your strength, flexibility, and energy. Amazing.
Wow. Crazy. Well, salud. I'm loving it.
Go to www.vitalizerapp.com and make your smartphone brilliant.
At Carmen Care Advanced Laser Therapy, our professional team specializes in finding the best alternative laser therapy treatments for your painful conditions. Do you suffer with chronic pain, a post-traumatic injury, or simply looking for the benefits of cell rejuvenation to the skin? Schedule a consultation today to understand how photobiomodulation can help reduce your symptoms, reduce or even eliminate pain. Give us a call today, 561-405-9577. We focus on treating you who has a disease, not a disease that defines.
I got a guy. You need a guy? I got a guy. With vCard Global, all your contacts are in the palm of your hand. Never leave home without your business cards or brochures again. vCard is the ultimate marketing tool. No more printing cards or brochures. vCard fits in the palm of your hand and is always with you. vCard is a powerful networking tool that virtually promotes sharing and builds referrals for your business. vCard Global, the virtual business card. Hold your business in the palm of your hand. Contact Jennifer at jenng.vcardinfo.com, the world's most intelligent business card. I got a guy, jenng.vcardinfo.com.
A thought for the day and get all the information you need to help your business grow. That's 888-565-1470. Let's reopen the cafe doors. Now, back to Dawn and Freddy S.
Thank you for watching the Brooklyn Cafe TV show. And don't forget to like this video.
And subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell if you want to be notified when we go live. We'll see you next time. And we're back at the Brooklyn Cafe TV as soon as he turns on my mic. And we're back. Are we back?
We're back.
I don't know. Are we back, Nick?
It's all on.
We're back at the Brooklyn Cafe TV. You can find us on Facebook, Periscope, YouTube at the Brooklyn Cafe TV. 95.3 FM, 1470 AM is a Wellness Wonderful Wednesday at the cafe. Full set today. We've got Deanna. If you're looking at this beautiful new artwork behind us on our set, it is painted by the lovely Deanna, and she can pronounce her last name because...
Bratosian.
There you go. And then with the mics on, it sounds so much better. Now we can hear Stephanie.
Mics on.
That's beautiful.
Mics are on.
Now I can hear you.
No, you have to turn up your headset.
My headset's up. It's blowing
It's
on my
fine.
ear.
Listen, the only one that I need to hear me right now is Joe. As long as Joe hears me, I'm happy.
Joe, as long as you hear us, we're
let's
good
bring
to
up.
go.
Let's bring up our Cape Crusader T Money.
T Money, are you over the other side of the gallery?
T Money, can you hear us, T Money?
Let's see if we see him. He's talking.
Do you see T Money? He's all the way at the bottom. All the way at the bottom.
Oh, he's frozen on the
he's
screen.
frozen.
All right, Freddy's going to go check that out.
Keep going.
And we're going to keep chit-chatting. We're having a Wellness Wednesday. Erica, I just want to... She's sitting here. She was with us on the first hour, Erica Taub. And what I found so fascinating about Erica as a life coach is she works from the inside out and really helping young adults and teens with eating disorders. Just like you said, Daphne, it's so much of what we have in life that we deal with as adults is what we didn't deal with as kids.
Yes.
And how do you deal with that? Forget the nutrition side of it. We need to keep everyone alive and healthy and self-love. How can we do that?
Yeah, by doing daily practices and principles that just build that self-love, that confidence, and bringing that out into the world with other people through kindness, acts of service, gratitude, things like that.
And loving yourself.
Yep, of course, and loving yourself.
And Deanna, your work behind you. And there's no greater self-love that someone can truly paint themselves and feel confident and display it in an 11,000 square foot gallery. Right? That to me is truly, you love who you are and who you've become.
I guess so.
And you didn't
I'm
always
happy
do
with
this.
with the whole result because I'm still learning and I'm happy the way my lips came out, my teeth, because it's really hard. No, it's really hard to paint teeth. I talked to other artists and it's really hard. And I'm still learning, so yeah, I'm happy with it. It's
And
beautiful.
and the beautiful picture behind us is truly an inspiration that Deanna painted that as well. We are at 1440 North Federal Highway in Delray Beach. Freddie's going to take his head off with that light shield. If you want to come by and see her beautiful art. And you've only been painting for how many years?
Not even 2 years.
What did you do before this?
I've done modeling, acting, raising my daughter, here and there.
Always in the creative space. In our first hour, you can hit rewind and go backwards. We were talking about what we were as our younger self and things that happened to us in childhood. And you came from
Russia,
a ballet
Moscow.
family.
Yeah.
But not only Moscow, Russia, but your father trained with the greats, and this is a world you grew up with.
He was a principal dancer, and he's a teacher now. He actually has a school in Canada, performance art. It's Hamilton Ballet City. Yeah, that's the name, Hamilton City Ballet.
Right, you think about, Daphne, was saying what we go through in life as kids.
Yeah.
I went to Carmen Laser therapy today. She's doing a detox. And she says, is there anything, we're talking about migraines and headaches, anything you remember as a kid that happened that might have triggered this? Any sprays, any pesticides? And I went, oh my gosh, when I was little in elementary school, I remember they sprayed the yards.
Right.
And I went home violently ill, so sick that we couldn't even go. I think we were going to see Annie that night. Couldn't go, I was so sick. And she said, I bet that Roundup toxin is what is causing these migraines 40 years later. And sure enough, what tested positive today? Right, but things when you think about as kids, who even would, I hadn't thought about that probably since I was 8 years old when it happened.
Wow. It's stored in the cells, the fat cells.
Yeah.
Everything is stored.
And she talks just like you, it's energy, and everything is done with energy and light and intention, but sometimes people need to see the physical to understand. So the vials of toxins were great for me to see, but her intention, like you know, how things work on energy, and everyone's sitting here. There were a few. One was like H. pylori, which you told me when I was so sick with my ulcers beginning of the year.
So it pulls up
Roundup.
pathogens and viruses and stuff on the when you get your reading?
Well, that was what
This
Carmen
is another
Care.
test, but
When
yes,
I went,
we can also, yes.
and my thyroid has been out of whack, so I went and my thyroid came back out of whack, and I went and validated. You can look at it either way. You can go to
Right.
Daphne and say, this came back, and validate it with your blood if it comes back. In my case, it did. If it doesn't come back, you still can work with what you're doing.
We do, because this is one
It's
of the
gotta get
reasons.
closer to the mic.
This is one of the reasons why we have a lot of nurses that come in, because they do their blood work.
Mhm.
They look perfect
Yeah.
in the blood work. They were totally out of balance. Their skin was dry, hair falling
Yeah.
out.
I've been there. So I've been that woman that went to and had the blood work, and I was told I was fine. I was like, I am not fine.
See, and what's so sad, this goes on from very early childhood. It basically starts when we're probably 4 or 5 years old. It's
Mhm.
not picked up. And today, especially because of the fluoride, chloride, and bromide, it's
Mhm.
actually lowered thyroid output. We need iodine,
Yeah,
and that's
severely.
not being given. Doctors are really not even involved in that. So that's really, we find that right away, the low thyroid output from lack of iodine and
Mhm.
certain nutrients. So if you can get in to fix the thyroid is how you think, how you feel, what happens to you, basically everything in
Your-
your life. It starts
Your
here.
temperature control?
Temperature control, weight, everything. So the nurses would come in. They were overweight. The thyroid was normal. They could be 25, 30, 40 pounds overweight, and the doctor would say, your thyroid is fine.
Yeah.
I mean, that's totally ridiculous. Had all subclinical, everything was there, but
Mhm.
they don't know what to do if you fit into their parameters. So the great part is that Biomeridian picks up everything. We're energy, so it doesn't matter how little or how much. It will pick up any
Yeah.
imbalances. I have people that come in that actually had one person that was being poisoned, and nobody could pick up what she was being poisoned by, and we picked it up by the device.
What
It's
was
really
it?
interesting. It was
I mean,
something.
just
you,
a product.
Well, something you use in weed killer gardens.
And you even
Okay.
showed me,
Yeah.
you tested a product,
So
someone was on,
pesticides, herbicides.
someone was on just chia seeds and blueberries, so things that you would not
Yes.
even think otherwise. He brought in this product, you
His
said, what did
heavy
you
metals
change?
were through the roof.
Really?
And no one could figure it out. And we got them down by a certain protocol, but
Yeah.
it still wasn't coming down. I said, you're not telling me something. I know you're doing something different. He said to me, well, every day I use chia seeds and I use blueberries, and he had this whole concoction.
Yeah.
Well, when we took the seeds and the blueberries, we did them separately first. You could not believe how it raised all the heavy metals.
So they were not organic?
They were.
They were. It said organic on
Doesn't
it.
matter. People label things they're organic. You have no idea what's in certain products.
So
of
you're saying they're
course-
not organic?
No, they were organic.
They say they're organic, but
But
where did they come from? Which country? You know, it depends on where they come from,
Yeah.
their laws, their regulations, how organic are they really?
I mean, technically in America, I know being organic doesn't make it 100% organic.
right.
I mean, the soil only has X amount of years that it has to be like pesticide free.
But the amazing thing is, you know how you feel, and a lot of doctors, and not all doctors, but you can only go by what you know and the lab test and what they say.
And there's people that believe it. There's women. I mean, there's so many stories that. So I had I was diagnosed with Hashimoto's.
Okay.
So I fall into the thyroid category, and you know, I tell people, because I do educational talks, and something that I always preach is, don't let anybody dictate your health and your wellness. Like, if you feel like you're out of whack, go to the next doctor. Go to the next doctor, because there's so many females that, from stories that I've read and people that told me, that they go there and they're told they're fine, that they're crazy. Oh, it's all in your head. Like, we don't know our bodies, you know?
Erica, what do you hear all the time? I mean, your clients.
You mean with health or how they feel?
Because they're coming to you because emotionally there's a reason.
And each person's different. Like, you can't pinpoint a person and say this is going to be the perfect formula for you.
Right.
So you have to try different things, and knowing that each person's different, I think we do know our bodies more than anyone else.
Absolutely.
Like, we know when something's off. Like, you can't tell. And when people ask me, should I go to the doctor for this or should I do this? I'm like, listen to yourself. Like, check in internally, because just like you said, it starts with the gut. That's where our intuition is too.
Correct.
So that's where you have to, like,
We all have
pay
a higher
attention.
self.
Yeah.
You know, someone told me today Accutane. It's coming back positive on so many people. Why? To me, Accutane is acne medicine. If you've never been on Accutane, where is this coming from? She suggested her water, which is why I'm asking you, because I know Andrea always says there's so much in her water.
So you're saying it comes back, they test positive, but they've never used it?
Yes.
Right.
Wow.
What are you thinking?
Well, it can be in the water. A lot of people dump their medications into the water, and they're finding that the water tables are contaminated. People bring in water. We test all the water.
You can test water on site?
Yeah, we test it. People have triple filtered water, whatever, they bring it in, and when we put it on the machine, they freak out because it's not what they thought it was. It's not good. There could be parasites, heavy metals in them, and you know, it's really sad because we get lulled into this false sense of security when we bring in these filtered systems thinking that they're pristine when they're really not.
And Home Depot will test your water for free as well.
That's good.
What would you recommend? What kind of water you should buy if you go to Publix, for example?
Publix, actually, we do. I have scanned their spring water. Their spring water tests pretty well, I have to tell you.
That's what I recommend. Spring
water.
water.
Spring water. Because
it's natural.
It's natural. A lot of people go into distilled. Distilled long term is horrible. You leach all the minerals out of your bones. It's
that's
terrible.
what I always tell people, spring water, because I mean, we're so deficient in trace minerals.
Oh, we are.
So spring water is going to give you that, and it's natural.
Okay.
It's God's purest water.
Changing to spring water.
Isn't it amazing though that you can test
the type of water is?
What do you think of spring Ziegfeld or
Zephyrhills?
Yeah.
I'm personally not
drink Zephyrhills.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of it because I come from the Northeast. I come from Pennsylvania, so spring water up there is so pure.
Yes.
And you know your water when you can taste that difference. I've never tested it, but it just doesn't taste good.
So it comes in the bottles, right? Spring water.
Yeah, it does.
Plastic bottles.
I always make sure you get your bottles BPA free. And if you do gallons, it's naturally BPA free because it's a different type of plastic.
You get those big ones.
Like the big thick plastic.
Oh, okay. You know, people listening to this are probably thinking, wow, you can go so overboard with all of this testing and everything, but just take baby steps.
Yes,
absolutely.
And when I met Daphne, 15 years ago, someone asked me how long, and I'm thinking it has to be 15 years ago, when I was feeling like you, so horrible. and depressed, and I couldn't remember anything, and I was losing
brain
things
fog,
and
right?
gaining weight and brain fog, and my kids were little, and they just said, your kids are little, or you're a stay-at-home mom, and it's crazy, and all my blood work came back normal. I didn't know what to do. I was ready to go buy Sammy, and all these things you see on TV, and I went and I met Daphne, and she did my first bowel meridian, and she came back with thyroid insufficiency, and nothing, did not come up on my lab work for 2 more years. But she saved me with the supplements. And since then, everyone, from the B12, who even knows there are 2 kinds of B12, people just take it.
They take the cyanocobalamin. You really need the methyldote or the methylcobalamin. But the thyroid, if you don't fix the thyroid, you can take other nutrients, you can do your detoxes or whatever, drain your lymphatics, but this gland has to function properly so that we can function properly. Adrenal insufficiency is so, I mean, it's so widespread. People are anxious. They're having anxiety attacks.
Coffee.
You see the Starbucks line?
Yeah.
I mean, so.
Even at 7 p.m., I was in Chicago, and I noticed the line at 7 p.m. in Starbucks. It was insane.
And adrenal insufficiency is rampant. So people are going on anti-anxieties, Xanax, and these other medications, which are horrible. So we always recommend L-theanine, magnesium. There are natural
adaptogenic herbs.
Adaptogenic, absolutely.
Actually, one of these
the body
coffees
loves
we have,
those.
I think Happy Coffee has that adaptogens in it, right?
It's a smart little blend there.
A smart little blend of Happy Coffee.
Kind of like balance out. If I'm going to give you the caffeine, I'm going to give you the adaptogenic herbs with it.
Yeah, Deanna, we do this every day, and you and Eric are new to our set, so you guys are so quiet. Does it seem overwhelming what we're talking about?
No, I actually agree a lot because I am into kind of a health food too, and my daughter, since she's vegan, in organic food, so you know I'm watching everything too. You know, so yeah, I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah, it's also interesting to me too, and I'm learning so much more about it. But it does feel overwhelming at times because I feel like there's so much to do. Like, it's where do you start, and then you feel like you're doing something right. Like, you're picking organic, but
I'm surprised
is it organic or what things? And
How do you know?
And then you.
That's why you go down. You go with your
take
coach.
all your groceries?
No, you go down and let her do the bowel meridian on you.
People test their products on the device. They bring in the things that they eat the most.
I would love to come to you.
Because I make a smoothie every day with organic blueberries, and I typically do either the Publix or the Whole Foods brand.
That's why it was
How do you feel on it after you have it?
I mean, I don't feel any negative effects.
Are you a feeler, or do you not feel?
Oh, I'm very in tune with my
So you know if you take something right away.
Yeah, I was actually.
That's good.
I was. I thought I was becoming like pre-diabetic because I was on an Ayurvedic cleanse, and I started putting lion's mane into my smoothies, and that made me completely whacked. And
Lion's mane. Yes, I had the
medicinal
lion's
mushroom.
It's a medicinal mushroom.
But then I coughed up a tail.
That's what I'm saying.
But listen, 3 days later, I'm talking to my friend, and somehow
she coughed up some hair.
And I coughed up a hairball.
Hairball.
She coughed up a hairball.
But we started talking about medicinal mushrooms. I'm like, oh my god, that's it. So I stopped, and the next day I was fine. I mean, I had like vertigo.
You cannot just take things indiscriminately. That's why I love testing, because one person can have the most incredible reaction. I work with lion's mane. I had somebody that went into
really
almost like dementia. No, it's a mushroom. And the great part was that it can really, wise guy, it can really help shift consciousness and bring you back into a clearer mind if you take the right supplement. But it's something just to take because you feel like it. No, I think people should be tested. Also with the adrenals, like people will walk into stores, they take adrenals, glandulars. You should never, because you can really rock your body in the wrong way. It has to connect with you.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes such a difference in the world. Is it going to create energy, good balance, or take away from that chi and really send you spiraling down?
Got it. Everyone's got it.
And I had a question. I remember when I came to see you, I'm not going to name the product because we're not doing that product, but there was a product that you had me drink.
Yes.
And it lit me up like a Christmas tree. I mean, I was like
on fire.
But that was the first time I took that, and it affected me that way. What happened? Why was I was like
if you ever want to clone me, you can take that product again. He saw 3 of me. He said, it was unbelievable.
I know you like that. You want that product
I
again.
want it, and I can't get it.
You will be getting it again.
I
It's
wanna
in the
know
works.
what the product-
It is.
what
It's
is
in
it?
the works.
We want to know.
I can't tell you
have it in stock
the
right now.
product because I gotta wait until she replaces it,
We
because
will
we're not
have
doing
it.
that other
We
thing.
definitely
But
will.
I gotta tell you, I took it that day. Dawn, you saw me take it.
He said, "Where are you?
I
How many fingers do you have?"
lit up.
I know.
And ever since then, I've been a proponent of CBD water.
CBD water.
And I take it, and it, because this is, as you can tell me running around here today, this is a very stressful
Well,
business.
it is more hydrating. This water is an 8.5 pH balance. It's got nanonutrients, CBD, CoQ10, B12, and we've tested it. I will tell you, it's definitely more hydrating. People drink water all day and they're dehydrated.
Oh, because they're drinking acidic.
It's ridiculous.
Like
goes in one end, comes out.
The commercial brands that, you know, I'm not going to pinpoint names, but the commercial brands, you test them. You know, one of the worst. Can I?
No.
Okay.
We're going to take a commercial break, and then she'll tell us off air. 888-565-1470. No, right, Freddie? No, it's a complete sentence. We'll be right back.
You're right.
Does your family have an emergency preparedness plan? BeBetterPrepared.info is an affordable way to prepare yourself and your family for the worst. Stock up with emergency gear and the knowledge you need to be ready in case of an emergency. From first aid, safe water supplies, to shelter, BeBetterPrepared.info is a convenient way to quickly stock up on survival and camping gear at an affordable, pre-packaged price. Order Elite Ready Pack to get started. No matter what the situation, go to BeBetterPrepared.info and you will be prepared if disaster strikes or for your camping needs.
I am Crunchy because knowledge is power. Crunchy is a revolutionary line of safe and high-performing toxin-free cosmetics that are redefining beauty. You no longer have to sacrifice your health for your beauty or your beauty for your health. Be conscious about what are in your cosmetics and how they affect your body. Contact me at 703-509-2592 or explore at crunchywithanI.com/Liz Sant, LIZSANDT. Again, it's 703-509-2592.
What is Debersize? With over 25 years of personal training experience and workout techniques, Deb Varsalone invites you to Debersize. Debersize comes to you from the privacy of your own home or group training facility. Debersize can meet your individual fitness needs, offering one-on-one, non-impact resistance training, post-surgical strengthening to higher-level boot camp and weight training. Debersize will meet your personal fitness goals at any age. Contact Deb at 561-307-9283. Schedule an initial consultation and get ready for a stronger, healthier you. 561-307-9283. Welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe, where every day is a new adventure. If you'd like to join Don and Freddie S. at the cafe, give them a call at 888-565-1470 toll-free. Come on in or call to share a thought for the day and get all the information you need to help your business grow. That's 888-565-1470. Let's reopen the cafe doors. Now, back to Don and Freddie S.
Thank you for watching the Brooklyn Cafe TV show. And don't forget to like this video.
And subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell if you want to be notified when we go live. We'll see you next time. And we're back at the Brooklyn Cafe TV.
You got me lit up?
You are lit up, I hear you, on a wonderful Wellness Wednesday. We've got a full set on our last segment of today's show. We've got Daphne with us from Health and Vitamin Concept.
Wizard?
You know what
Daphne
happened?
the Wizard.
She hydrated when she is.
I'm gonna get the 1X, Daphne, and we're handing out a couple of shots to the ladies who tried the CBD stuff.
People don't realize what we're drinking in our water systems because everyone's dumping the medications down the toilets, down the sink.
Okay, stop.
Truly.
Yeah, I don't want to hear that. That's like the animal with the coffee thing.
We do.
Yeah, I don't want to hear it. Thank you
it's
very
like the
much.
lion's mane that's really a mushroom. But go see I know, did you think she's coughing up a hairball? Go see Daphne at Health and Vitamin Concepts. I don't think people understand what the electrocardiogram is for the biomeridian. It's the machine what she uses, and she just uses a probe. It is non-invasive. It's a probe that goes on
top of the skin, on the
skin.
acupuncture meridian
And the
points.
machine reads it whether you're high, low, or within a normal range of what your body is deficient in, has too much of, and then you regulate it with the supplements.
Right, we find which one is correct for your body. Everything is an energy field. It has to resonate to your energy fields, your vibration, and when you can connect that, the body can go into a healing.
Wow.
It has
So
to be the
people
right
start
nutrients.
feeling so much better.
They
I'm
do
sure.
quickly.
They
I
start-
work with some very, very unusual situations. I'll just say that. We work with ADD, ADHD, autism, Down syndrome, really cognitive dysfunction, pre-dementia, even Alzheimer's. I mean, because if you can start on the right nutrients and nip some things in the bud, you can make a major shift.
So have you witnessed Alzheimer's going backwards instead of forwards?
Well, dementia-like symptoms.
Stalls it.
It stalls it. It also, some people go into early dementia or Alzheimer's because of low nutrients in the body.
I mean, a lot has to do
B12
with
is number one.
Inflammation and omegas.
Yes, and thyroid.
He's crazy.
This
But I know
smells.
from experience when I went to Daphne.
This smells like something.
This is a product Freddy likes very much. And the CBD is so good, it crosses the blood-brain barrier. But while they're tasting this, Daphne's also has a program she's doing, Freddy, next month where they're testing blood.
Live
doing
blood.
Live blood analysis.
This is one blood that I do believe in doing. It's called live blood cell. Okay, it's where we prick your finger, put a drop of blood on the side of a slide.
You want it now? Because I do that every morning.
It's like the aftertaste. You bring it in.
Oh, and then we analyze it. It's awesome because you get to see whether you have parasites, if you have yeast, if you
I
have
think that's
fat
like
in your
the
blood.
best thing because there's so many people that are suffering with nutritional deficiencies, but they don't realize it's the stuff inside their body that's gobbling all of this up. And there's so
course
many
it
people
is.
that are mixed diagnosed with Lyme disease
Right.
that it has the underlining
Right.
viruses.
Right, and what's so great, the biomeridian, we can tell you that you're low in B12 or you have low enzymes, you know, that there are many deficiencies, but looking at it in the blood. I mean, when you go to the doctor, you get your blood drawn, you never think about your blood again, it's on paper and you don't connect to it.
Yeah, you trust
This,
it.
it's a visual, so you get to see whether there's parasites, is there yeast, is there fat in the blood, are you low in B12, iron, whatever. It's showing so that you get the visual and you can make the connection, and then again, it's getting the right supplements together to make the change in the body, the blood.
can't wait to come try it.
I want to put you on the spot in a second, but the important thing about this whole show is that you give your clients an opportunity to experience another path towards you healing them. And I don't want to lose sight of that because you're still in control of this plane and you're guiding them towards better health. What Daphne does is short of a miracle in my life. It changed my life. Don't write to me because I'm not saying she cures cancer.
No,
I'm
your
saying-
body heals itself.
That's right. So if you give the body an opportunity to heal itself, it would be a better deal than not. But the bottom line here is that what we want to talk about is that you give people, because we're almost out of time, you give people the opportunity to have a path and to do the right thing. Now, I was in her store one day and they wanted to leave hair samples because she can do it if you leave your DNA.
Right,
So you
your
can
hair
fly
is
it
your
in from
DNA.
anywhere in
We
the
can
country.
actually
If
do
you're in
it.
California
Right.
and you want to do this deal, you can fly it in to do the DNA. So there was these three gentlemen, and I said, no, you want to go through the experience. Because if you don't go through the experience, you're going to come back, she's going to tell you what it is, and you're going to say, and you're going to leave. So don't do it that way. Go, sit there, take an hour and a half. It's not going to kill you. It's probably going to save you. No, she doesn't cure cancer.
It'll definitely help put you in alignment. Do
That's
you remember when
For
John,
you to be your own
when John
your own
Wellman was
doctor.
on here with the Vitalizer and we did the thermography and he looked at the difference in the energy before the Vitalizer app and then afterwards.
That's right.
And it changed the molecular structure of the blood. So I'm thinking how fascinating it would be to try it with this blood analysis that you're doing on June 28th.
Right.
Just do, like, you take one person, you do 2 drops. One, you take the droplet, and then
Definitely.
what, 45 seconds later you do the Vitalizer and then try the droplet again from the same person and compare the slides.
Be interesting.
That would be really interesting to see the 2 slides next to each other, pre-vitalized and then afterwards with 45 seconds in between, just like we did with thermography, and see how it changes the structure of the blood.
That's right. And the reason I want to put you in the spot, Daphne, is because that has come to light in my journey, different things that people are trying to work on neuropathy. And neuropathy has always avoided me because I haven't had an opportunity. Now, is it better because I lost weight and everything else? Yes. But I'm trying different schematics now to see if the pressure, not the pain, I don't have the pain, it's the pressure. If I'm using laser therapy, which I want to talk to you a little bit about, also to the coaches in here to use it in your journeys with your clients, and sort of talk and have a dialogue of East meets West, which is what Dawn coined a year ago. And everybody's doing it now. Everybody's talking about doing this. And we have doctors that will come, that are brave enough and come and say, listen, if you got a better solution, we're willing to hear. So we want to put that group, that whole thing together as well.
We can do it at Daphne's place.
Okay.
Tell us where we can find you. I know I'm up there all the time.
I am at 7152 Barracasa Way in Boca Raton, the southwest corner of Palmetto and Powerline. The phone number is 561-392-8448. Love to see all of you.
And don't be overwhelmed about going, because people get overwhelmed by the price, the pain. There is no pain. The price, Daphne will work with you. If they say you need 10 supplements, so you go and you start with one.
I started with 20. You know what I always tell people? Like, don't, I mean, unless you're in a burden, but there's definitely ways to cut back on life. Stop getting Starbucks drive-through.
Oh, imagine monthly.
But I'm just saying, and
priorities.
Do not have any fear when you're putting money into making you your health better.
Absolutely.
I always preach
and
that
Erica,
because it's going to come back.
Think of your clients that come to you with eating disorders and depression. Often it stems from something biological, chemical in their body. So if you can pair these two together and feel better with your gut health, and then your image starts to change and you start to feel better, and then as that path progresses and you're continuing to work with you and Daphne as a whole, it takes a village. I mean, how many coaches have come forward to help you, Freddy?
22.
At least.
At least.
And everyone comes at the right time.
Yes, everybody has a piece because you don't get healthy overnight.
That's what people don't. You have to have patience because however old you are when you start, that's how many years of damage you're working on.
But having someone to talk to, when you have a coach and you have someone to share your ups and downs, your sideways, you know, you want to eat this. When you have somebody who you can talk to and just have somebody there, you know, that's 70% of the game.
It's having the conversation.
And having the support.
You got to be able to have that. You got to be able to have familia, you know. And my Latino folks out there, we're going to get to you soon as well because unfortunately you guys are not represented in Spanish and there's a lot of fear among the Hispanic culture in doing some of the things you do.
And I work with a lot of them, and there are times that I have a woman that I've been working with for probably 17 years, and I'll have her speak to the people in Spanish and tell them about what we do. When they come in, a lot of them that can't, you know, they don't understand, she'll interpret for them.
Well, so we're about to air a show. We're going to be attacking and
Monica Marcella, and there she is.
Monica's in studio. We're about to hit the Hispanic market so that we can educate in Spanish.
Going to Mexico.
Let me tell you, they're the easiest to bring into this because they would first rather do something natural than to do something pharmaceutical.
Absolutely.
No, absolutely. Because that's how they're brought. That's how they're raised.
Absolutely.
They come to America and they're like, I'm sick now because I'm eating this food.
That's right.
You got to decipher between a Goya being and a cannabis being. You know, it's just education. That's what is lacking.
We have a lot of information to get out. Daphne, tell us where we can find you and when the blood screening is, and we'll just go around the table and get everyone's information out.
The live blood cell will be June 28th. It's from 9 o'clock in the morning till 5. It's by appointment only. The phone number is 561-392-8448. BioMeridian is also available Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturdays from 10 until 4. And the
again,
address,
by appointment only.
By appointment only. The address is 7152 Barracasa Way, Boca Raton.
She's right on the corner of Palmetto and Powerline. It's easy to find. Winn-Dixie's there. Boston Market's there. All these great landmarks.
Right.
Where can we find you? And
you can find me at my website, wholebodyholistics.com, and that's with a W. And Health Coach MC on Instagram, and my cell's 561-601-6169.
Room for life coaching, Erica?
You can find me at ericataub.com, and my email is ericarosetaub@gmail.com.
And Deanna?
You can find me in the gallery, Heart of...
In the gallery?
Gallery, what shortest.
And
then they Art by Diana website or Art by Diana Instagram
And she's always here. You can find us here. Freddie and I are here every day, Monday through Friday, all day. So stop on by, say hi. Have a wonderful Wednesday, everyone. Be kind to each other.
Tomorrow we got the Gang of New York, men and women. Join us 12 o'clock. Don't miss it.
Same
Don't
time,
be
same
late.
place. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.